Yo, what's up,
Yo,
everyone?
Thomas, how are you?
I'm good, tired, but good. Hey,
Why
I
are you
realized?
tired, bro?
It's been a
Tell me
long
your day.
weekend.
A long weekend.
Bro, I realized something, bro. We've been doing
What?
this live show,
Hmm?
I think, for 2 years, isn't it?
No lah. No, no. It wasn't be 2 years because I know the beginning of the MCO, we did some shows. I had that Thursday talk. You had that Wednesday talk, and then only after we
Friday,
started
Friday.
it. So yeah, Friday. So it's like maybe a year and a half, 18 months, I think. Maybe just about there. But yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
Almost
man.
how many shows now?
I think I started doing Talk Gear in
Mm,
early 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
correct.
And then the live Q&A came around, and then you did your thing, and then we
Mm,
started consolidating into this one live show.
correct.
But
Correct.
man, I mean, I
Mm,
think I think 2023 will be 2 years of us doing this.
yeah.
Incredible, isn't it?
Correct. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all an evolution, I guess. But I do miss my what is it called again? I
Tana
forgot
and
the
friends.
name. Tana and Friends on Tuesdays, is it? Something like that. Thursdays. I think it was
Thursday,
Thursdays
Tana
with.
and friends. You had one session with Prakash. I was like, whoa, that was super
Correct.
cool. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that was
Correct.
super cool. Yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
And then
Mm,
Top Gear as well. But it was great, lah. I mean, I'm just saying that because I feel like, wow, we've so much commitment to help our community find the car that they want and to help
yeah.
answer their car questions. And
Yeah.
I feel
And
like I'm tired today, but I feel proud that I can come and support
mm,
people to buy the car they want and also to entertain people.
mm,
You know, how do you feel,
correct.
Tana?
I'm just seeing. Apa nama dia? 3 minutes or say so chat there. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and also I get to meet people around the weekend drives, and they come to me and say, "Hey, Tana, I bought this car, I did this thing," and I think a lot of times we're not trying to say it's one thing or the other. We're helping you to develop a mindset, and then I think if you see, like my wife asked me, "What the hell are you guys talking every week? Every week you're talking about cars, cars, cars. What do you talk about, like, no?" But the reality is, we're trying to develop a mindset. How do you approach car buying questions, and just have fun, I guess, in the process. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. Also, let's have some fun, guys. And
Mm.
Tana, let's. I know. So, by the way, guys, Bobby is not going to be here because he's on the way back from Germany, from
Oh,
Ingolstadt,
yo.
from Audi's. All right, he's coming back from there. So, Con's on the way here. So, it'll be
Mm,
just me and
mm,
Tana. And
mm.
yeah, let's do
And all
this,
of you
Tana,
out
man.
there, go and check out Bobby's TikTok page. So he's been putting short clips of what he saw there. And I tell you, mind blown, bro. Mind blown on the stuff that he's been sharing on TikTok in his account. So go check it out. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, and those of you who are watching this video, if you know anybody who needs buy car buying Q&A, you can share it on your page. We highly appreciate it. And come and join us on Facebook, those of you watching on YouTube, because there are more
Mm,
interactions over here, more people are hanging out here. You get to reply people's messages. There are more chats going on Facebook. So facebook.com/horizon.
mm,
And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Tana's channel, my channel as well. I would highly appreciate
mm,
it. And
mm.
oh yeah, Bobby Young, there you go. It's
Yeah, on
TikTok.
TikTok, you see, these are all the videos, and what he goes through is each one of them. He talks about car, like for example, the Audi TT down there, the one in white. He talks about how this was the first time a car manufacturer integrated the lights into the bumper itself. It talks about the RS4 that is in the one in yellow. So there are a lot of cool stuff. And then if you see on the fourth page there, where there's a picture of the rally car, yep, the one there,
Mhm.
the band Quattro. It talks about how Audi was banned from the DTM races because it was so good and dominating,
From rally
and
racing, yeah.
talks about also how the R8 in racing, they actually they have to make it a rear wheel drive. It can't be a four wheel drive to race in the races.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think a lot of stuff here. It's fantastic. But there's the Audi which Lady Diana had. That's the convertible there. So yeah, check it out, bro. It's anybody out there, check out Bobby's channels on TikTok. Interesting stuff. There'll be a lot of videos coming out from Bobby when he comes back to make the videos on YouTube. But meanwhile, go and check out his page on TikTok.
Yep. And since we are doing this video, I know some people will be watching the replays. I know some of the questions are also here, but I'm going to pause the question for a bit. I want to divert to Evo and Euro. So, Jiang, can you get some of the things out? Yeah, guys, please come and join us to Evo and Euro 2022. Now, this is something I know some of you guys think is long. I've never done it before. I never driven to Thailand. I don't have the car, whatever. What? Come and join us. Seriously,
Mm,
it's
mm,
adventure of a lifetime. just think about it. If you're a car guy, one of the most awesome things to do is not only to drive your car, but to explore like the unknown. Because I have no idea how it's gonna look like, but I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun, right? And
Mm,
I'm sure Tana as well.
yeah,
So register for come and join us. And if you can't do the full trip, like Tana, you can't do the full trip, right? You're gonna
yeah,
roll, you're
correct.
gonna turn back
Yeah.
with it.
So
Yeah,
like Jonathan is saying, hey, Tana, join for event row. Yeah, I can't do the full trip this year because my kids are also having their break this time around and no one to look after. So I might do like a 5 day thing. I just go straight in Phuket, come back and stuff. But I'll be there for the first half of the leg or first third, a
yeah,
third of the leg, I guess. And it's totally
yeah. I
fine.
mean,
Mm,
you can just go back to Hat Yai, go to Koh Samui, take the ferry across. Amazing place, Koh Samui. You go to
mm,
Phuket, and you can just turn back, and you'll be an adventure of a lifetime. I can tell you,
yeah.
I don't know what with Tana, but I'm sure Tana
Mm.
will feel the same
I
way.
would have loved to do the
Evo and
whole
Euro
thing.
is like adventure of a lifetime,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
would. I'm dying to do the whole thing. It's just that my kids, no one to look after them. If anyone can babysit my kids for for 10 days, maybe I'll consider. but but yeah, but yeah, if you're able to travel, if you're able to go, or come home and stuff, by all means go. And I think over here, Chiang is showing the hotels. It's not expensive because you can go to hotels like 1,000 per night or even 50 a night because there are a lot of range in Thailand. And sometimes some places we only be staying there for like only the night. Some
mm,
places you'll be there for like 2 days and then worth taking a nice hotel, so you can pick and choose. I would suggest you can actually pick the main spots you're going to be in for longer period. Those hot spots have the hotel done up. The other places you can see when you arrive there what's available. You can take it. You can also wing it if you wanted to. A lot of
yeah.
options. It's not expensive. The biggest cost you'll incur is probably petrol. Pump the lower run they have there. The whole lower run is the higher run there, and use octane boosters, and you'll be fine for the trip.
I'm going to give you guys one consideration before we start the show,
Mm,
which is
mm,
this. Look, if you're going to fly to an overseas country to enjoy a holiday, and you calculate the cost and stuff, you know, it's gonna be probably the same. You know, the
mm.
difference is you get to drive your car and capture the moment. That
Well,
one's
put it
priceless.
put it this way: if you go to let's say even Bangkok, forget Bangkok lah. If you go to Bangkok and you fly in there, very cheap Air Asia. But most likely you'll be traveling wherever you can get that one-to-one direction, either a train or that taxi ride, whatever. All the stops in between is what makes the travel great. For example, when we went to the last trip to Ivo and Duro, um, my wife and I were driving, and we'll see someone selling something weird, like a fruit. Stop the car, stop the car,
Yeah, yeah.
and we go and check it out.
And and and
And then every petrol pump station will stop because we see, oh, Thomas stop. Okay, we stop also and talk to Thomas or talk to Chris, because people are stopping along the PTT stations along the way. Those stops to me are more meaningful than the actual destinations. All those little
yes,
stops, bit spots. So yeah,
and you'll
drive.
never look at your car the same way. You never look
Oh
at your
yeah.
car the same way after that.
Mm-mm. Okay, let's get started. A lot of questions. That's kind of thing. I want soju, Thomas. Yeah, and you can go and buy
It's not
soju.
soju. This is just
Mineral water.
mineral water.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Okay,
European. You going to understand? How about this one from Tan Hao Jian? Um, Hello, Sifu. Subaru Legacy or Mazda 6 wagon? Are you a fan of either brand?
I like the Mazda more. Um,
Mm,
Legacy, I haven't driven it.
mm,
I've seen friends drive it, but if I were to take a guess of how the car feels, I think the Mazda 6 wagon is way more refined.
yeah,
I've driven
I,
that car before. Not
yeah,
the wagon, but the sedan.
yeah. I know there's a lot of car guys who are into Subarus, and I think they make a joke of Subarus and liability, all that. I think as a passenger car, it's totally fine. I love the way all Subarus feel on the road. Like how like we talk about the Boxster and how a Boxster is an experience. You must drive it to understand because everybody in their
Yeah,
mind who haven't driven a Boxster in their mind like, oh, it's a sports car lah. It's powerful lah. Oh, it's going to be this. They have that impression, and I had that impression also. But I tell you guys, until you actually drive a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, it's a ground-up built as a sports car that's convertible, then you realize that wow, it's a lot of difference. And same with Subaru here. People say, "Oh, Subaru like the car looks boring and stuff." drive the Subaru and you realize, wow, the Subaru has something about it. The way it looks bulky, the way it drives, it's just the all-wheel drive, the how the engine is flat, the weight is there is different. But on the ground, I still love how the Mazda 6 wagon looks.
Yeah, I think Mazda 6 will be easier buy and easier sell.
Yeah.
And I believe the legacy. I know when Bobby told me this before. He said when you full throttle the car and the turbo is pulling, it drinks petrol like crazy. So
Oh yeah.
eh,
All most Subarus I find, except that the modern ones, the even that's okay, but it's not the most. It's like a race engine, lah, put this way. Like, it's like a why do you have a
mm,
boxer engine in a normal petrol car? They thought it's a good idea. But it's a good idea for handling and stuff. But the other Japanese companies won't do that, and Subaru
but
is sticking the
in
guns,
this competition, I think the Mazda 6 has so much more appeal, lah.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
I feel yeah. I
I,
mean,
I I find the Mazda
can you
6
show a
today,
picture of a Mazda 6 wagon? I
like
mean,
Mazda
it's
6,
way better
even
looking.
a 3-year-old Mazda 6 will look new in 3 years to come.
Mm.
The design
It's
is,
it's
is
actually
just
quite
so.
old. This design has been around for gosh, like
Two,
I don't know.
2014, 13, 14, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna come close to 10 years and still looks
Mm,
good. Gosh.
that looks great.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that, man. Compared to the legacy, I'll take this anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I hear you, man.
All right. And I believe the Mazda 6 wagon is a D segment, and then the legacy is not. So you probably got more space as well. Yeah.
Mm, 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 mm.
Okay.
Let's move
Let's
on.
go. Henry Sue asking for my brother. He just graduated with a budget of 160 200,000. I suspect loan. Should he go new Mazda 3 Liftback Ignite Edition or 2016 Golf GTI Club Sport or 2019 E330 EM Sport?
Wow,
Hmm.
just graduated, looking for a brand new car. Mm, God, crazy, yeah. So first car they get, GTI Class Sport.
Okay,
I
I
mean
think
the
all three
three.
cars are great selections. These are the cars that people like myself or Tana will really put in our bucket list I mean the checklist lah.
Mm,
All of them. Yeah.
mm. I'm not sure what is the Ignite edition though, but
Ignite Edition is the
the
one they have it's like a little more goodies, if I'm not mistaken, the
yeah.
interior and
Mm,
if I'm not
mm,
mistaken, it's the leather or the
mm.
oh man, I can't remember already, but it's a
All
special light
of
also.
of the three, I'm probably most drawn to the GTI Club Sport lah. I think it's a just a fantastic setup. The hybrid 219, I think it's warranty ending. All the issues are there. I don't think as a first car, as a after graduation car to get for him. I don't think that'll car I will get lah. Not the hybrid lah. Yeah, I'm getting towards the Class Sport personally. That's my pick
I
of the three.
Yeah, I personally I like the Club Sport GTI as well, but I
Yeah.
think Henry, I think the more important question is
What does
what
he
would
want?
inspire a brother, to work harder, make him feel great about his car
Mm,
ownership,
mm,
and I think yeah, I think that's more important because I think all these
mm,
three cars you can't really go wrong.
mm,
Of course, the only problem caveat is the Mazda 3, might be a bit underpowered for some people,
mm,
but still a great car, not
mm.
that comfortable. Golf GTI also not that comfortable. 330E probably the most comfortable of the three lot. Mm. But either way, you
Yeah,
can't go wrong. Lah. All these three cars are great lah for a young chap.
exactly, exactly.
But yeah, get something that inspires him. You know, yeah, something it inspires. Mm. But brownie points, yeah, class 4 GTI got more 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 brownie points. Yeah, yeah.
More street cred lah compared to the
Yeah,
three
yeah,
lah.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I definitely the more
the
fun car,
I
and
I
it's
I I will
practical.
I also find that if you are buying a car for your brother and graduated first time working, buying the 330E might make him feel like, oh, he's already arrived, he's already accomplished something already, he's already there. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I drive a 3 Series BMW executive. I'm already there. You know what I mean? And I think he needs to kind of, yeah, I'm starting out my life. This is where you are. I think the class sport is probably a good sport, a good sport to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like. Class sport. You're young. You want to have some fun. Get the class sport, lah.
absolutely. And I think of all the three, it probably retains because it's really 2016. You probably lost some value already, and then probably got some value in the future as well. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's put it aside.
Okay,
What's
boom.
next? Mazda 3 High Highline, right? Okay, probably Highline sedan 2019 or Passat Highline 2019. Hey,
Hmm.
Mazda 3 and Passat, they're both different segments, isn't it? I think I wait. The Passat's a D segment. Eh,
Use, I mean, yeah, but I guess the use price, price point of view.
okay. Uh I think the Passat, if you're looking for sedan, I don't know. I think the Passat rides better. You know, the Mazda 3 isn't the best, most spacious car in the rear as well. The Passat will just murder, or just like it's way more superior in the interior
Hmm.
space. But fit and finish
I
Mazda's there lah.
mm,
Hmm.
I only like the Mazda for the hatchback because it looks pretty. But from
Mm-hmm.
a space point of view, I don't think it's very practical. You've got a family and you're carrying um, people around, and you value their comfort. Passat wins every day, lah.
And I'm not
Passat.
mistaken, the sedan also runs torsion beam on the rear. If I'm not mistaken, I
Mm,
don't know if you can verify that, but if
mm,
it is, then I can assume the ride is pretty similar like the Mazda
yep,
3 hatchback. Then
yep,
the rear passenger is not going to really appreciate that. Whereas the
yep.
Passat's rear is very comfortable. I like the Passat's rear. Yeah.
Bro, the leg room in the Passat is. I was in my friend's 2017 or 16 Passat. I was like, oh my god, even it's crazy, so comfortable.
Uh,
It's amazing.
yeah, the seats are nice.
Mm.
The leg room is great.
You,
Visibility is
you
great.
you know how the leather in the Mazda is more of a softer leather. It's more of like a
Uh,
soft leather. The Passat leather is more of a thicker leather, and it feels more supportive. If that makes sense, like So
it makes
I
sense. It
actually like
makes
the
sense.
leather. You know what I mean? Like some cars have got a very soft, plushy leather. Passat's
Mm-hmm.
leather is like a whole different type of leather, so it's like that. It's nice, very
Mm.
supportive. Even it's older, it just feels very supportive and very just well
But
built. Like,
yeah, but I go for the Passat lah. The
same,
Passat.
same,
Yeah. Yeah. I
same.
mean, you're getting a sedan, you're probably thinking about moving people around and stuff like that. I would
Yeah,
rather go the Passat. Yeah.
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 Okay, Jom. Fabian is here. Fabian Ryan Prosper. I like the name, bro. Prosperity in your name. I feel like I want to get into a GT86 sometime next year. Good on you. Looking at a 218 or a 220 car. Any regular maintenance issues I need to look out for. Also, any curveballs can recommend for a sporty, good handling car, sub 150k, maybe max price. So I think the question is, car must be 150k and below, 5-year loan. I mean, 5-year old, so I can get a loan. And he's looking at a apa nama dia GT86 lah, 218 to 820. I think no difference. I would I mean, these are the cars that I don't believe paying a lot of money for the GT86 as a used car. I'll probably get because they're very strong cars lah, well built cars, I personally don't see a value in getting a newer GT86 lah, unless it's the current model. And that's the problem I have because the 220 car, Thomas, I find the prices are quite high. You can always
Yes.
just top up a bit more and get a brand new GT86. So I don't see the logic in that
I
way.
find the secondhand prices for the GT86 a bit grass lah, and you're right. Every time I look at it, I mean, don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. I think it's a fantastic chassis.
crazy good.
It's crazy good. Like even stock, right? You throw it around the corners, it's like whoa, whoa, whoa! I love the car,
Exactly.
but to fork out 180,000, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit tough for me, But
Same here.
so that's my challenge. Unless you really like it, lah, Fabian. If you're like, man, my dream is to own the 86, okay, lah, Ah,
Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here.
but yeah, sporty
Um,
handling car, yes, 86 does fulfill that category. That's for sure.
you see, look at the
If I
look at the
were
price here.
you, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. If I were you, Fabian, I'll try to go for older
Mm,
uh 86, like the 14s and 15s. And don't be afraid of an older car. You might spend money fixing it, but these cars are very well documented in everything from the chassis to all the way to the engine, gearbox, and so on and so forth. Rather than paying the premium for a new car,
yeah. I
Mm.
mean, it's a very simple car also. Yeah, there's nothing much to go wrong like any built car.
But any curveballs would you recommend for this gentleman here? I think regular maintenance issues. This is why I cannot really comment because I'm not
Mm,
I don't know much about the 86, but if you hang out with some 86 guys, I'm sure they will show you what the common
mm,
issues with the car, you know, and there are probably more tuning issues than actually just the actual like car itself. I heard it's
mm,
quite hardy, the
mm.
engine, yeah. But
Yeah.
any other curveballs?
I think if it's cash, it got lah. But if it's like loaner, I think for what the 80s offers, not many. I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
a
problem.
true a true sports car DNA. I mean, 'cause it is purely a sports car. There's no way of looking around it. It's not like a two-door version of a sedan car. It's not you know what I mean. It's truly a sports car ground up. So yeah, I don't think there's anything in that
Got
category
lah,
for
but it's
150k.
a bit newer lah. I got one, but it's a bit newer. You can get a 2016 Megane RS, the Mark III lah.
No, but come on,
Okay.
lah. That is based on. I mean, come on. That is it's a
Oh no,
compact
bro.
car.
The car chassis. If you get the cup car, the chassis
Mm,
welding and the suspension,
mm,
it's all very different. It's very
mm.
different than the actual
Okay, if you
Megane.
if you if you
Yeah.
go on that line, then yes, line you can go
I
for
mean, that's the only way I
all the
can think about lah. But
sports
it's
compact
older
car
than
lah.
5 years old lah. It's more than 5 years old. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the Megane and then the RS, the chassis is built very differently, although it looks the
Yeah.
same on the outside. Yeah,
Mm. You see, Mike
yeah.
Yap says get an older 86 and get the shocks done and some engine mods and cash can save all the cars. Basically, Mike Yap does suspensions. You can go and check out Mike Yap DNA tuning, and they do fantastic tuning with their with the ST and KWs. The car will be great, like, no. King says it is pretty underpowered. The underpoweredness is subjective. It's how you build the power and how you go and attack the corners, lah.
I
That's
think
my
on
take.
bending, like the first part, you feel okay, but you hit the second part, then it's like okay, I really need more power.
Yo, guys.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Okay, but yeah, it's a bit hard pick lah. Hey, Con, yeah, hard pick lah. 86 is really a good pick in that range. Yeah, yeah. If you talk about sports car, I wouldn't even say 330i or 328i. I don't know. I don't think it's in
Mm,
that ballpark lah. No.
yeah. Con, your thoughts on 86?
86. Um, 86 is a car that is, well, is underpowered, but it's a car that you really have to appreciate the chassis balance if you are to
Mm.
truly enjoy it. I mean,
You gotta.
I
Mm,
remember reviewing the 86 when it first came
mm,
out. I had a blast of a time driving it. You know,
mm,
it is such a fun, nimble, very balanced car. It's great lah if you enjoy, you know, driving and a car that is rich in feedback. 86 is the one that delivers that kind of I would say safe, no non. I mean, no
mm,
thrills. You get what I mean?
mm. There are no
Mhm.
budget sports cars out there by manufacturer. Put this way,
Yeah,
period.
lor, yeah, lor.
There's no company in the world that make
Mhm.
true budget sports car. 86
Yes,
is the last and only budget sports car out there. In the old
correct,
days,
correct.
you can buy like I don't know, like a 350Z, whatever, the Japanese cars that had the whole
Mm.
it was cheaper than like MR2 example they had before. I know it's cheaper, but nowadays all that's gone. The whole segment is gone. No longer there. This is the last one standing.
This is the HO
And
question lah. 86 or MX5.
for the
It's
same
a
price.
typical question. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
one.
personally like the MX5 more because of the convertible
Mm,
part. It may not handle as great as the 86, not as accomplished as the 86, but and the
Yeah.
engine, both also, well, lah, both are. I mean, but the MX5 feels more like a passenger car engine, like a
Mm.
Mazda
yes.
3
Yes.
engine.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah,
At least the 86
86
has
sounds a bit more interesting.
mm.
yeah, it has a
It is.
unique engine. The
Yeah.
86. Yeah.
86 is a proper sports car.
Correct. Yes.
MX5, it's a nice, small, convertible, nimble passenger car that's fun because it's light, like, But no way is a MX5 a sports car.
Mm.
Mind you, no matter what they say, MX5 is not a sports car, but it can do great in track. It can do great all the stuff. It does all that stuff, but the purpose of the car is not a sports car.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
a light car,
But I want to do one day,
What
hopefully one day, so if this dream
back to
can
back?
happen, maybe I can either get myself, your Uncle YS, and then he drive the 86, I drive the MX5, or vice
Oh,
versa,
Ah,
lah, right?
wow,
Right?
you are really want to handicap yourself and like I want to challenge.
Well, I love the 86, but Mazda MX-5, but yeah. But handling
yeah.
department both also great lah. But 86ers have the edge. It's just so
Yes,
much more accomplished that chassis. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
yeah.
No question.
So
No question.
yeah,
The
Chris
86
asked
must be
about
willing to carry a lot of speed into the corner.
yeah. You got to commit lah. You got to understand the car can do it and commit and carry through the corner and you do it. 86
Yeah,
BRZ MX-5, same question, but both BRZ and 86 are the same cars lah. So they are fundamentally the
yeah.
same car with different badge lah.
Some differences lah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Mm,
we digress. We played too long in the 86, but
mm,
yeah, yeah.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of mods for the car also. So yes,
Yep.
fantastic. This is a
Okay.
question about the Fiesta. Larry Ong ask, is a Ford Fiesta hatchback still good in 2020? A lot of issue with the car. What do you guys think? So I had a Fiesta for a short while and I sold it. And this year, in fact, the gearbox is what I think scares me. The gearbox is like a 6,000 ringgit repair if you do a overhaul for the gearbox. The
Mhm.
whole apa nama dia DCT gearbox and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Power shift.
And even when it works well, the gearbox works differently. So I was thinking the gearbox issue. Then I drive the car, and they said, "Oh no, this is how it works. It's a bit different. The way it shifts is a bit different,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fantastic. If you can get a manual, which they sold that back then, that will solve the problem. But as an automatic, if you're okay with the fact that every 5 years you budget aside 6K for the gearbox repair, you know what? It's a brilliant car to drive. Fantastic.
Oh
I love
yes,
it.
yes. Very
Mm.
fun and nimble. Great handling
Mm.
car. Yeah, the
Mm.
Yep.
dashboard has aged terribly.
Ah.
Hey, I quite like it, Con. You know the dashboard had the whole
The UI because you're a fan of the Nokia 8210, is it?
Yes, it's correct. You know, like Con, Chiang, can you show the display? See here, they have
Hmm.
this keypad. You know, I was thinking initially, why? Because see on the right hand side is keypad on the right. I think why the hell got keypad to drive a Fiesta? Then actually,
I
no, while driving the
I
car, it
don't
was easy
understand
to
why
key in
manufacturers
and
do that.
yeah. So but it's funny that got keypad. So
Because
it's very
those
off the
days,
era.
there was the time when Bluetooth were just get started to get integrated into cars. Mercedes cars of that era also has this kind of
Yes.
function.
Mm.
And
Hey, but
cars are
this car got
in
Bluetooth.
already.
This car got Bluetooth. It can show you your display what's there. It's got iPod. Another whole iPod connection is
I
there.
think it had what I think it had voice assist also one voice command also.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. So it's pretty. Yeah, I quite enjoyed driving it lah.
But
Interesting.
this
Oh yeah,
this
the
gearbox,
handling is great.
the
Handling is
but
great.
this gearbox is really the downfall of this era of Fords.
Yes,
It's
yes.
it's
Oh
really
yes.
And
sadly the
but but but
downfall.
but Thomas,
Yeah.
having driven, I think is the issue is people drive this. Like now you talk about the whole DSG gearbox with the Apollos, and you gotta drive it differently. This car you must drive differently because the way it shifts is different. That whole pedal in and pedal out to let it shift and drive. This how you got to modulate the throttle to drive like a
But
manual.
that the thing, right? It becomes a single clutch automated manual rather than a
Yeah.
dual clutch.
But it's a
That's
dual
how you have
clutch.
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Celerity.
yeah. Yeah,
When
it
Audi
has
But
was
you
this.
like,
have to you have
It,
to you have to shift your own gear in traffic jam. That
mm,
will help your gearbox last. Yeah.
mm. But
But
the issue is only on the low gear. On the first, second gear, when you are from the standstill, you
yes.
go. That's the issue. But once you're driving, the car's brilliant. That initial setup,
Yeah.
initial pickup is where the issue is. But yeah, interesting
All
car.
right. Let's
Okay.
move on to another question. Anwar is asking quite long ago at
Mm,
8:10, 20 minutes
mm,
ago.
mm.
He has a beautiful white color. You can see there in his profile picture.
Wow.
E89 Z4 S Drive 20i 2014. Should I keep it, maintain the car, or upgrade to 718 Boxster or M4 convertible for
you know my
long-term
answer,
use and
man.
reliability? Yes, upgrade.
Okay, no, I don't know answer. What's your
If
answer?
you can think of it,
Upgrade.
go do it.
No, but to what? Are you a Porsche guy? Are you a BM guy?
A Boxster is way more accomplished, comfortable.
Yeah.
But you know, but the M4 convertible is also great. That S55 engine, the car is brutally
Oh
fast.
yes,
You know,
yes. M4 gives you
both.
more cylinders, but I think perhaps in this case, maybe go for the Boxster lah. Go for the Boxster.
Mm, go for the Boxster. I would say the same. The S Drive 20, yeah, it's getting a little old, and you know,
Mm,
yeah. If you say long-term use and reliability,
The
the
718
Boxster,
may be a better choice in that respect. Simpler engine.
it's a
Uh,
turbocharged four-cylinder.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I've
two
not known
liter
much
versus three
issues.
liter.
But I
Porsche
tell you what,
makes much more
Boxsters,
hardier cars lah.
when they reach around 9, 10 years old, you will spend quite a lot of money on a few things. Your shock absorbers, but the
Mhm.
mounting for your shock,
Yep.
the gasket between the shock absorbers and the mounting, that one costs you quite some money. It deteriorates, it actually
Mm, mm,
brittles, it becomes brittle
mm,
because the
mm,
exhaust runs next to your
mm,
your shocks.
mm. And that's why my
Your
take
lower
is
arm.
when you come to that point, a lot of
uh,
it you can go like I think Powerflex and a lot of companies out there with self bushings and stuff aftermarket stuff.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
go
yeah.
for aftermarket shocks,
Depends what
7K,
you want.
all your shocks,
Your
yeah, it comes in,
Powerflex
yeah,
tend to be a bit squeaky. Some people don't like it.
uh, yeah,
But for
yeah,
people who driven the cars with power flex, they just really, especially the
yeah.
front axle, when you put power flex, the way the front
Mm,
axle just
mm.
transforms the way the car turns.
You lose
Yeah,
all the squishiness just disappears like so it's very tight, like, no?
yeah. But
So
718 is
yes.
also very accomplished already lah. There's nothing much to really upgrade. I feel lah 718.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, go for 718. I think that's a great upgrade. And go from BMW to BMW is like, it's still great. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, try something different. Different
mm.
interior. Different driving style. Like Tana was saying in the beginning of the show, when you drive a mid-engine sport car, it's like, wow, different experience. Yeah.
It's so different, so different. Okay. On the
Okay.
same line about Z4, Victor pula. So Victor, please talk to Anwar. Anwar is selling his Z4. Victor, buy from Anwar.
Well,
It's
Okay.
like
and how much is it
you're
to
like a
maintain?
used car matchmaking service, Tana.
We should
But
do more.
the cost to maintain depends on which depth 4 you're getting. Are you talking about the E89 or you're talking about the previous generation? So it all
Mm,
can vary, Victor. But you
Right.
gotta you
mm.
gotta let us know.
Um,
Put it put it this way, lah, Victor. I've worked on a lot of BMs in the recent couple of months, lah. And one thing I learned
oh yeah.
is everything is like few hundred here, few hundred there, and it's nothing that catches you like, wow, are you serious? 2,000 ringgit for this thing for BM. Never the case because a lot of the engines are shared. I talk about engines, talk about exhaust mounting, like exhaust mounting
Mm.
for 7 series like E66 for gold. You're talking about 200 bucks. You know what I mean? Like nothing to be
Yeah.
shout about.
Yeah.
BM has got this thing about the prices are all very quite reasonable if you think about it.
It's a Z4, right? Costs no different to maintain than a 3 series
Um,
or a 1
um,
series or a 5
um,
series.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the beauty about BMW. Even if you get, let's say, a 7 series or a 5 series, they're more engine driven for their engine and wear and tear parts or whatever. The trim parts, yes, agree. The trim parts, all
Oh
the
yes.
electrical, all that stuff. That one is different case. That must find half cut, whatever. But in terms of maintenance, the car running, car find is the running part of it. BM is one of those great
You know,
companies because they share platform. It's just so
I,
easy to use.
I just realized, like as I'm
What?
repairing my Boxer Spider, I spend like close to 60K now, like just trying to
Uh,
repair my brakes,
yeah,
my lower
yeah,
arm, and everything, right?
yeah.
And I noticed that why Boxsters are the entry level sports car in the Porsche range, right? But they share
Mm.
parts with the 911, so you have to pay
Oh
upwards to
yeah,
maintain.
oh yeah,
And
oh
then
yeah.
some of the lower arms we share with 911, right? And then
No, especially yours.
Z4, you're a sports car, but then you share parts with the common 3 series, so your maintenance is
Yeah,
like cheaper.
yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. You're absolutely right, Thomas. Like if we want to hear a joke, my 986, the control arms, the four. So my generation, all four is the same. 987, I believe my each any one of them is same as the rear one. The front is different. So they and shared with also with the 911. So Porsche, the earlier you go, the more shared across the platform it gets. It's
Mm,
crazy how they just share the same thing. They don't have the volume, I guess, lah, but they just share good made parts across the
So
platform.
the older your Boxster, the more 911 it is.
Yes,
yes,
but mine is the first Boxster.
Mm.
So my car is practically
even the panels are
um
from 911, bro.
bro, my car, if you were to cut my car in half, don't do that please, but if you cut in half from the door from the rear uh from the rear seat the only one seat, like on the seat onwards, everything is 100% 911, 100%. There's no difference. Every single thing from the chair, from the seats, from the buttons, everything is 911. Behind
Yep.
going backwards, the engine is different and gearbox different. That's about it.
Oh,
So
that's the
yeah,
dark era of Porsche.
it's
And
era Porsche. Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, just do a quick answer over
Mm,
here. Just do a quick
mm.
one. Which one would you pick for Kishan? And then we move on. Mei Hon Som,
Kishan
which
Dave.
one better for Mei Hon Som? Manual
So for those
Toyota
who are
86, manual Golf GTI, manual F56 Cooper S.
okay,
You
so
can
all
get
three are
manual F
manuals.
Super S.
I'm sure
I
he's
mean,
got Subang.
I
but
would
but would
say
is that a car? You know how okay, how about this gone? You know how some cars are great as a manual. Some cars like
yes,
me,
I get where you're getting at. Yes, I know where you're
not
getting at.
and that's the thing. Like not all cars are great
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
manual. Like
Correct.
honestly, with the VW or GTI, I love the DSG. I think the DSG is what
Yes,
makes the
yes,
GTI brilliant. You know, I would
yeah.
not get a manual GTI because what they have done with the DSG gearbox, the tuning you can do,
Like,
go see
yeah.
Mike Yap and get the ability of a GTI is so great that I wouldn't get a manual GTI. That's
Actually, I
just my
also
take lah.
yeah, I also believe it is the fact that uh these modern cars, right, the baseline tuning when the manufacturers develop the car, right, is based on the capabilities of the DSG rather than the manual transmission. So
Yes.
yes, so they develop the engine paired with the DSG. That is the default setting, and then the manual is like okay, another option that you put in. So like I've experienced driving the Golf 7 manual and DSG, right? Just the base Golf 7, not the GTI, base Golf 7 TSI, right? Manual and DSG, and there's no question about it. The DSG version just feels better integrated engine and transmission.
Hmm.
It just
Like
is.
like even the way it moves, the way the car, even I don't know. I think there's something to do with
Hmm,
how we shift the gears and
hmm.
how the whole chassis moves with it. It doesn't feel as fluid as with the DSG. I mean, the manual versus the DSG on the GTI
Correct.
at least lah.
Hmm,
You know,
hmm.
it's more fluid. You know, sorry,
So
Thomas.
to
Yeah.
answer Kishan, right? If you want a good manual, I think the 86 is the
Yes.
best. Is the
Mei Hon Son,
best
no?
best
Agreed.
For Mei
enjoyed
Hon Son.
as a manual.
For
Yeah,
Mei
yeah.
Hon
If you want
Son.
to get that, yeah, I will get the 86 lah personally. If of the
Yeah.
three as a manual car, 86 has my vote because you know why?
Is that
The
is that a
engine is more
JCW
hardier.
or is it an S? Oh,
Super
it's
S.
an S. Okay.
Mm, yeah,
Jian
I
can
think
show
that
one that close. Is that an Auto Bavaria plate holder?
Okay. For
typical
the
God.
Mini Cooper, right? Kitchen. If you like the Mini Cooper and you really want it, sure, it's fun. And the other thing we talked about, like whether the car is paired well or not with automatic or manual. But put that
LT
aside,
lah.
right? The Mini Cooper will probably be the one that will be the harshest on the way there and back. The
Yes.
harshest of
Mm,
these three. So Mini Coopers, I don't know, my impressions of them, they are just sometimes unnecessarily harsh. I appreciate when you're
Mhm.
pushing it hard, but when you're just cruising, I don't like
Correct.
it.
Thomas, the
Um,
F56, right? The is a bit more refined compared to the R56.
yeah, but still, it's
no,
like
it's
it's
still
one
harsh,
of those cars.
bro. It's still
It's one of the
harsh.
cars that I wouldn't get a manual lah. I think that
I mean, to do long distance, the only way you can make this car doable for long distance is you go and see Mike Yap and look for STs, three-way adjustables
Hmm.
to adjust the car. But other than that, it's a
But if you
harsh
want to
car.
say the most refined long distance run, right? I think the GTI actually is probably the most
Yes,
easiest to live with for the
mm,
length of the
yes,
journey. Hmm.
yes, you're right. But
But
then I'll go for DSG lah, not
the
manual lah.
the the,
Yeah.
the,
yeah.
the 86 is the one that you enjoy most when you reach Mae Hong Son.
Mm.
Buy the 86 manual, Kishan. You won't go wrong.
Yeah.
And
That's
then if you after
mathematic.
you do the whole trip, you don't like it, you sell it, you lose a few thousand
Won't lose
ringgit or
anything.
even the same
Won't
price.
lose
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
Won't
Perfectly
lose lah.
logical answer to
Won't
get.
lose lah.
Yeah.
Uh, Starter GTI, if you have the capacity and you love the car, buy it. Make sure you just don't leave it outside
Yes.
unattended.
Park it
Mm.
where you can see it.
Naveen, I always want to buy a GTI, and I always go and browse online. My problem is I can never find a GTI that is stock. You know, like the tail, the
Hmm.
tailpipe is stock. You know, the steering, something done to the car. But there's a guy, I think, it's called DSR in USA. They do all the certain GTIs in the mod. So if you can go there and somehow refurbish your car to back to stock, do it. It's great. Like even today, I driven one last year, and I was shocked how it's crazy, isn't it? How well the car is built there.
Yeah, I've never had
Really,
the
really good.
pleasure of driving that car, but I heard a lot of good reviews about it. Crispy, I think, owned one before.
Yeah, correct. He
Oh
owned a
yeah, he
brand new
did.
one when it came out. He bought, and then he bought when it came out, lah, brand new. Back in 99 or 2000, he bought that. So yeah, it's good. Buy it, bro, if you can.
Yep. Yep. So this is look at this question here. Chen Jing Heng is asking any BMW around 100K, looking at the F10 520D, good to get for
Good
the
buy, go for it.
pricing. Thanks. Yes,
Good
Yes.
absolutely.
buy, go
Go
for it.
go.
Go for it.
I think you can't go wrong with this car. Great
Mm,
engine. Uh just send it because these cars are quite old. They are 2013 or 12.
Hmm.
Chen Jing Heng, I recommend that you always send it to a pre-purchase inspection, so you know what's going to
mm,
come in the
mm,
bill, what things are going
mm,
to change, need to be changed.
mm,
Yeah.
This will give you a good
mm,
idea. So, Chiang, do you
Yeah.
mind to
mm.
flash out?
So yeah, so Chen, if you're buying this diesel, my only recommendation to you is that all these diesels, in a way, if they're running well and no issue, they're on a little bit of borrowed time in terms of the injectors. So if you can, once you get it, first thing first, do like a reset. That means go and do a injector cleanup. The injectors you send for servicing, they'll remove the injectors and they'll service it. I think it costs like 2K whatever. You
Hmm.
do that, you prolong another 100K with no issues. You know, the
Yeah.
injectors are the main thing. If you don't do it now, when injector fails, it's a hassle because to remove injectors are very hard. They are really hard stuck onto the block line. No? So yeah, get the injector serviced and you get it. You know from zero itself, then you're totally fine to use
Oh,
it for 60K line. No? Great
fantastic
value.
value, man. 70 over
Hey,
K, my
what's
Yeah,
that
friend.
yeah.
limousine? Is it a long wheelbase? No, right?
No lah.
No lah, the guy just put a name of limousine lah. But yeah,
Yeah
it's
lah.
it's a great package. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I agree with Tana. Go do the injector because in this
Injectors.
era we
Mm,
were still having the dirty diesel. I think only
mm,
2014 or 15 or 16. I can't remember. And that's when they start having the Euro
mm,
4M.
mm,
That's when we have
mm,
cleaner diesels.
mm.
But
And
yeah,
this
even
this
then,
yeah.
injectors will need service. Unfortunately,
yes, yes,
Malaysia, they don't do the thing as
diesels.
a
Yeah,
regular
need
service
to
lah.
service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
good tip
and
there.
however you look at these are 8 to 10 year old cars,
Mm,
right? The oldest F10 diesel is 11 years old if my memory
mm,
serves me right.
mm.
So
Hey,
yeah,
get it.
they are
I
good
mean,
cars, but they are also
mm,
a lot of them are due for
mm.
maintenance
I
majorly.
got I got a friend of mine has the same car. He got comes with comes with this car for 2K and stuff. He can catch up with any of the cars that's there. Like, it's a lot of torque in the car, a lot of power. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, moving on. Alex T asked a question. CRZ. Yes, I reviewed a CRZ from Michael. Michael, our ex-colleague in Horizon.
Oh
He said
yes.
hybrid is Bahaya. So CRZ, okay, CRZ hybrid is a bit unique because it is kind of hybrid, but it's not because it is not like the modern day hybrid whereby we have um, e-moto and it's in the gearbox and all that. This is more for assisting. It can assist in terms of the voltage and somehow I think it assists to give more power to the car. Even if the battery fails, I think maximum you're looking at I think 4,000 from Honda itself. That's all. Outside about 3 plus 2 plus. So it's not an expensive failure even if the battery fails. You know. So it is yeah, and where can you get a Honda that is relatively new and a manual? And sporty. This is one of
Yeah.
those rare car out there, and you can wreck it, like you can wreck it to hell and back.
And
It's fine.
it's actually quite durable. This car is quite durable for a hybrid,
Mm, mm.
and it's also a candidate for hair swap.
Yeah, you could do a case swap, but when you're talking about the whole thermal cluster and all that, but yeah, it's highly possible. But Honda parts are expensive, lah. Honda engines are
Yes.
expensive.
Oh yes, yes.
Mm.
Sorry.
Honda
When I
parts
look
are.
at when I look at Honda parts, right, I feel like a poor man in my bigger BMW.
Oh, look at this supercharge.
Oh,
Supercharge, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, hybrid. I mean, I think it's great, lah. I think manual CLZ, so much fun to drive, lah. You can whack
Oh
it.
yes,
And
yes,
there you go.
absolutely.
See the one in yellow? Was a guy there on YouTube. Honda CLZ K24 swap Padu. Eh? Check up. Oh yo,
Crazy, Zippo.
the car is so light, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, we got Zan here. Hey, gents. Question about tires. Using PS4, is there any other alternative? Quieter, but not too different in terms of performance. I think the when you go quieter, you will lose grip performance. The quieter
Yeah.
it is, you got more body roll to grip. Like for example, like it's the same line, same machine line. If you go for Primacy, Primacies are very quiet, so quiet compared to PS4. But now got PS5, obviously, But it won't be as good in performance in terms of like harsh driving conditions. But if you're not going to do that whole try to do a J turn or really harsh driving, I think even Primacy is fine, lah.
Premises
It
are
depends
not
what you're
designed
after.
for the one things in the hard driving is that not just the J-turn. Just want to add the
Mm.
part where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need to have
I mean
feedback from the
extreme lah.
tires. The
Yeah.
tires need to tell you what's going on. And
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
economy tires and comfort tires are not designed to tell you
Mm.
what's going on underneath
Correct.
your tires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That being
yeah.
So
said, Zan, I recently swapped my 525 to MC6s, right? And okay, they're still quite new, but I'm surprised that the performance versus PS4 is not as far as I thought it was,
yeah, like
and it is appreciably quieter, lah.
like when in my Audi A6, for example, I ran four tire sets, on my Audi. The first two was a PS4. I had it on, but I had issues that thread will break off. The last two was on M66, I actually prefer the M6 plus Y, dollar for dollar. What it gives me, the performance was, as I said, like it's almost on par with PS4. Not PS4S, but PS4 is almost on par, and it's actually quieter, in my opinion,
Mhm.
compared to
Yeah,
PS4.
yeah.
You know, so I'm a fan of
I mean,
M6 also.
performance-wise, PS4 is still superior, but the
Mm,
MC6 that I currently have, that one really surprised me, lah.
yeah, it's almost there, lah.
I think PS4 is really quite hard to contest in this
Mm,
category for this summer performance tire
mm.
because of the wet handling is just really really good.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. So you're asking preferably quieter. Yeah, PS4 can be a little bit noisy, but it's not that noisy too. It's always average for me. I
Mm.
find I guess if you really want to say better performance, I don't have much recommendation for you. I got something that's more noisier for you lah, which is a Goodyear Super Sport lah. Goodyear Super Sport, but
Quieter.
it's a ultra high performance tire, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
in the category of PS4S actually,
Mm,
Mm.
but they
Yeah.
supply
mm,
18 inch
mm.
and they are also
Zan,
cheaper.
you must
Yeah.
understand that everybody uses the tires differently. You must see your application. If your application you're driving very sedate driving. You don't, you know what? Like I said, like Primacy or even like economy tires, they're not economy per se. Like see, MC Michelin, actually Continental doesn't sell their tires as um, they sell it as comfort tires, not as economy tires. They're not for
Mm.
economy. They sell it as comfort tires because it's quieter, much more roll. So it depends what you're after. Um, just that, like, you see what you want, like,
I
not the
I
most
think
expensive tires are the best tires for you. That's not the
yeah,
answer
I
for
think
all cases.
you know, but there's nothing wrong with some people they buy a Volvo S60 and they know they only do highway and they're just cruising around town and then they get rid of the PS4 and they put primacy also can what
Yeah.
yeah
Not
yeah
Yeah,
no
you
nothing
can do
wrong
no
with
not
whatever
that.
you
not to
want.
say can. I actually like it because Thomas. That's what I'm saying. My point is this. My point is like when I was in the Aces Club, we had all the cars and I test back to back. A6 were called with Primacy and A6 and PS4. Like for me, this was a normal quiet level. And I was like, oh, this feels quiet lah. And Primacy was super quiet and it was a bit softer. And I said, wow, this is quite nice. And they're also nice to drive. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's end of the day what you're after and what you're driving for, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say one is cheaper than the other. It's not an issue of cheap or expensive. It's an issue of what you want, lah, you know.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Mm.
but for a safe choice is PS4 lah. As in if you not really sure, PS4 is really the safest choice lah. So yeah, can't go wrong with that lah. Yeah.
PS5. Okay.
PS4, PS5. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And what I like about
Okay.
them is always the wear is very consistent from the
Oh
beginning to
yes,
the end.
yes,
Yeah, I love that.
yes. I mean, just now I said good things about the MC6, but the tires are still quite new for me. My
Mm,
experience with PS4s and PS3s before that, for that matter, right, the grip levels are consistent almost right to the end of their
Mm-hmm,
lifespan.
mm-hmm.
mm. Yeah. My boxers on PS4.
Hmm.
Okay.
I haven't tried the 004.
Oh, I
Hey, I
did.
did,
I did.
I did drive it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Con, you drove before, right? Yeah.
I had the RE004s on my Blue E39 for a short period of time. My conclusion was that they are 80% the performance of the PS4 at 60% the price.
How's the wet grip?
Not as good as PS4. Not as good as PS4.
Cannot.
Not as convincing as PS4. In the dry, it's I can make do with it, but in the wet, definitely not as convincing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. All right, let's go with on tire questions. Let's go into cars. George Shim is asking at 90K 2018 Kia Sportage CRDI. Okay.
The
Or
diesel.
should I go for a Mazda CX-5 2.2D?
Usually, I would recommend the Mazda, but this model year's Mazda, right, is front. The diesel is front wheel drive, and it's quite hazardous in the wet. It's so easy to wheel spin that car way.
Hey, I don't think there is a 2.0 CRDI in the
God.
yeah
The
2.0
Sportage used the
CRDI.
2.0.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yes, 2.0. 2.0 diesel. Yes, yes. The Sportage
really?
is a
Yeah.
2.0. Yes. It's a smaller version of the 2.2.
Oh, okay, okay.
Also the R engine family, but is the 2.0. Yes.
Hmm. My challenge with the Sportage is that because the Sorento depreciates a bit faster, but the Sorento is around the same price, maybe 1 year older lah. But the just 1 year older, you get 90,000 for Sorento also, or
Oh yes.
or
Yes. If
yeah,
that's the case, the
and
Sorento
the
is almost
interior is
identical.
way more up market than the Sportage. The fit
Yeah.
and finish of the Sorento just feels more like one class above. So I find it very hard to buy second-hand Sportage because of the
You
fact
got a
that the
point.
prices are so attractive. You know, yeah, but it's a smaller car lah. Some people may prefer a car that's smaller to get around town. You know,
Yeah.
but the dash no lah. The design. Look at the design of the Sportage. It feels
The
like
the,
they
the
gave all
CX5,
the
it
genes
looks and
to
feels more
the,
upmarket
to the
compared to the
Sorrento, and then they say, you know what, the Sportage we just kind of like whack something out. No, I feel like they really give good effort to the Sorrento and the Santa Fe.
Oh
Then the
yes.
Sportage and the Tucson is like, you know, a bit
Reminding you
sad.
you didn't earn enough.
It's like you're not getting a like one step down. You're getting like like few steps down. Like like 5 series to 3 series. You can feel like okay, it's like there's a gap that you can accept, right? But the
mm.
Sorrento to Sportage is like whoa, yeah, like hey, seriously, Sportage will. I mean, Santa Fe, Sport. They give you Napa leather, all this kind of stuff. Like really,
Oh
like
yes. Yes.
yeah,
Santa Fe, I always say what Santa Fe is always Hyundai's A game. Santa Fe is like Hyundai's A
it's their
game car.
best seller. They got to do their A game. Yeah,
Yeah.
even their headlining, right? It's like some velvet feeling thing. It's like wow, very nice one. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
But
Thomas
for
is
this
the Santa
choice,
Fe's ambassador.
lah. I think CX-5. I cannot stand the Santa Fe. I cannot stand the Sportage interior.
But this
I
the
cannot
one
stand the interior.
the CX5 diesel with the two-wheel drive, I think is that one I've driven before. It feels hazardous in the wet. I wouldn't take this diesel without all-wheel drive.
You're right. You're right. You have a point there.
Fog, is
I
it?
think the Sportage also, or is two-wheel
No,
drive.
Sportage all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive.
Ah, okay, okay. Then go for Sportage. Sportage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Mm.
lot of talk lah. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of talk. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Can I
my
take?
dad's first Inocom Santa Fe, he ran through a
Mhm.
dead cow. It was a blind corner is a dead cow. So the car flew up and came down. Our transfer case is gone now. Okay. our car is on permanent front wheel drive, and I tell you, when I drive that car, it's so funny because every time I pull up on the corner, it's wheel spinning everywhere on the drive. You understeer on the corner.
Dear
Uh,
me. Okay, can I take
anyway,
Aslan Mahmood's question?
Hmm.
Similar price, Aura Good Cat or BYD Atto 3. I'm tired of my current Ford and Peugeot keep on breaking down. Want to try EV. Aslan, you should up your challenge and go for an Alfa Romeo. Why settle with Ford and Peugeot, man? You're graduate from this. Go Alfa Romeo,
But
complete the
but
holy trinity.
but the thing, the Ford and Peugeot that breaks down
Yeah.
must be a old Ford and Peugeot lah.
Oh yes, nanti kaya is actually like the Ford Escort lah and the, and the
Yeah,
Peugeot
no,
like
no,
I
bro.
mean,
I got people who own. I know people who no own like like the Ranger Raptor, the 10-speed gearbox. Like,
okay,
whoa, like,
the Ranger, the Wild Track, the 10-speed gearbox, yes, you know, that one I've heard issues because it's just so complicated. Raptor also I heard issues, but this is where I think that um, simpler is better. You know what I
yeah,
mean? On those
I get
cars,
what you mean, bro.
the bi-turbo is fantastic, Ranger, but generally the Ford and Peugeot new ones, we rarely hear problems. Is the older first generation, the turbo failure and all that stuff. But um, yeah, I don't know where you're from lah, because the Aura Good Cat and the BYD are not cheap. They're not cheap. They are
the Aura Good
200K at
Cat
least.
is what 150, 160 grand.
180 is what I heard, but yeah, it's gonna be there, and it's not gonna be
Build your
your one.
dreams.
It's not your one car to fix all lah. Put this way, you still need
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
petrol car lah.
cross country you still need a petrol car lah. For now in Malaysia.
You
Yeah,
must have petrol car, bro. There's no way around it in Malaysia.
it's like it steals so many design cues from the Fiat 500. Like, it's so
And
much
and
Fiat
and
500
in,
written on it.
and
Yeah.
understand that all EV cars, even Porsche Taycan, to save weight, they cut down a lot of things. The car will never feel as luxurious or complete or heavy as a normal petrol car. EV cars is going to feel
Hmm.
a bit
I got no
plasticky, lah.
opinion on
It
this
won't feel as
recommendation of
substantial, right?
Good Cat and Atto 3, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on this question.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Apa nama dia? Dream Street Restoration. Yeah, DSR earlier is Dream Street Restoration. Yeah, Dream Street Restoration DSR. We talk about the Satya GTI. Yes, DSR.
Yes,
Um,
Bao
mm,
DPS, yes, the 530i P30 is worth the buy. I think it's a great
Easy
car.
choice. Easy choice. Yes.
Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
And I just spotted one on Muda going for less than 200. So easy choice.
200 ringgit.
Less than 200,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was thinking about the Wajah, then I thought about 200. Sorry.
Oh, uh,
How much the Wajah manual now?
Yeah, this one I think for
people
Con, I think it's very specific, so that's how me answer. Wong Fei Hong is asking
Hong Fei
Con,
Hong go
thinking
for
of
the
getting a
CPS.
Waja manual as a spare car. Which version is better choice, the MMC or the CPS? Now, is that
Go
no
for the
clue on
CPS.
this one?
CPS is the one with the best specs.
Cam Pro, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's one version after the one that I used to have. It's the Waja with the best possible spec. The only thing with the CPS manual is they deleted the footrest. They deleted the footrest.
But aside
So
of that, which one is the better choice?
oh, the CPS, the CPS. The MMC is the Mitsubishi original Mitsubishi engine. It's supposedly the more reliable engine, simpler engine, very fuel efficient also. But the cabin quality of the Mitsubishi engine cars are quite poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them have not aged well. You want a good condition Waja, the CPS is your best bet. The only thing that you need to watch out for are the tail lights, because the tail lights, the housing, they melt easily. They let water into the boot, and you get
Mm.
the
Mm.
water in the boot.
Funny you mentioned
Mm.
this, Corner. Like I one point, I like old school cars lah, and
Mm,
like the Vira, like I'm like, oh, Vira 1.8 dual cam,
mm,
the Putras, back then, how those are like the cars that we aspired to back then, like, and then but then when you compare cars which were like the final edition, like 1.5 SE era,
Yeah.
then you realize like, wow, actually, Patona, your final edition cars actually were actually very good, very well made.
Oh, yes,
you know,
yes, yes.
because the
Yes.
quality of the SE
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
way higher than the original Vira.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
CPS does sound like quite a good
Go for it. Go for
purchase.
it. And yeah, and got xenon headlights, eh?
What? Really?
Xenon headlights, eh? You know that day I just
Mm,
learned from my E39 group, right? Or was it another
mm.
group? I learned from one group, right, that it is a common mod to transplant the Waja CPS xenon light to the E46. As in like the projector, the whole
Wow.
to transplant to the E46. Apparently, it's a common mod. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another mod I'm hearing now is people there's been a case of people breaking into Myvis,
Mhm.
taking out Myvi meter cluster to transplant
Mhm.
into the old Vira.
Wow.
There's a whole video out there. Like you see like got three Myvis parked side by side. All three they break the window to take out the cluster because they sell to guys who are modifying their Viras. So if you got a CPS with a xenon headlight, beware like headlight. One guy with a E46 might take your headlight.
Anyways,
This one don't touch because the integration of the Renault engine with the Waja platform is quite poorly done. And
Mm,
I read somewhere that the ECU of this car is placed at a very vulnerable spot that is susceptible to water damage.
mm,
Mm.
is
So
this
all
avoid
right.
is this
that.
the is this, this one was the one that was saying that something about the cooling behind the engine towards the firewall. There's an issue. There's no place,
This one
and
I'm
then
not so sure. I'm not so sure.
uh,
Could be lah, could be. Never know.
mm, wow,
All right.
wow.
Hmm. How much
Anyway,
are
we got next
5K?
question.
Wow.
Come on,
That's a lot of
when
stuff for 5K,
come on,
man.
The
when
only
Wajah
missing one alphabet is should be WLK, Wailun Con,
Yeah.
when when
Ah,
when Wajah first came out, what was the? Did you go to the showroom and all that? Do you remember the time when it came out? Was a big
I
hoo-ha, isn't it?
remember,
Wasn't it?
I remember seeing the Waja in the showroom 2 years after it was launched, lah.
Okay.
Because during that time, right, in year 2000, right, I just like took a break from my interest in cars. I like didn't
Mm,
bother with cars until like for like that few years until like 2001, 2002. Then my interest just snapped back. Then I went to check out cars.
mm. I remember it was a big thing like when Wajah came
Oh
out.
yes,
Like, it
it
was like
was. It was.
it
Waja
was
was
it was a
big.
big thing. It was like people were shocked how modern the car was, how it was like
Oh
more like an
yes,
Evo. It was
yes.
like wow, you can get a car like this. And then I remember people were talking about wow, red interior, red lights in their interior. There was a
Yeah.
there was a big thing.
Yes,
So
but
yeah,
they this car they benchmark against BMW E36. I think
correct,
mm.
correct, crazy.
this car was bad. The handling was benchmarked against the E36.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to just come back to this guy Zan
Mm,
who asked about the PS4. He said he's hearing more noise because you don't
Oh,
drive with radio. It,
mm,
I guess if you like the grip of PS4 and you don't want more road noise, you can visit. A way to do this is to visit Desmond from KL Autofoam. They can definitely help you reduce the noise, and it's not gonna just last you X amount of miles. It's on your car, so you have to change new
yeah,
tires all the time.
yes, yes. You can go.
Probably the more
Uh,
effective way to reduce the noise of your car.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can go direct to him, or you can also contact us at Evo Club Car Wash. We have a arrangement with Desmond now, whereby we do send some of our customer cars to him, and you pay the same amount of price as you go the same price as you go direct.
He's a master in what it does. I don't
Oh,
think a
yes,
lot of people, don't think there are much people in Malaysia who can do the same thing he's
and
doing.
and he does it with heart. He does, and funnily enough, actually, I was at his shop today. All right,
mm,
and yeah, and he was with one customer, who's complaining about his Mustang being noisy and bubbly like that, and Desmond he solved it. He actually take the effort, drive the car around, and specifically identify the issue of your car and tailor make the solution to solve it for
Yep.
you. His hair has grown a bit lah since this picture.
Anyways, got a quick question over here. I agree with Con. Yeah, go and see him. I think it's the best way for you to deal with the noise issue
Yes,
that rather
yes.
than changing tires. Yeah, and won't be surprised if you go for the foaming for your chassis, you might even have better handling too, right?
Oh yes.
Sheldon Pet is asking, hi all, C300 2019 W205 worth the buy. I will just be very vocal here. The
Why don't
price
you
of
go?
2019 C300 is kind of steep. I don't think it's worth the money. It's around 240K if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look at 220K or 200K. Uh, I would rather take the money and buy. I know it's less power, but get a 320i G20. I feel that's even better. Or even if you can, look for a Volvo S60. Yes. But yes, this is the better car to get of the 205
Oh, it's
because
looking
the
at
W2
2019,
the pre
right?
facelift the pre facelift gearbox is not that great. So this is the post facelift. You got the better gearbox. Mm.
Wow.
Any opinion,
Shit. I'm
guys, about
seeing
the
some that are going
T300?
for 266 some more. Eh.
Yeah, I mean, how
Pardon?
much is the price of a G20
The same
320i?
year G20, right? Wow, I'm seeing 220. Okay lah, on
Oh,
par
okay.
lah, on par lah, on par
On
lah.
par.
But it's
330
a
is
newer
on par.
generation. It's a newer generation, and the G20, the chassis is quieter. You know, I mean, the cabin is quieter. You know,
Hmm.
I'll go for
recon,
a
recon, funny.
yeah, recon already. Yeah.
Hmm. Why would you
Why
buy
would
a
they bring the car in?
How
Why
would
would
they
they
why
bring
would
the
you
car
recon
in?
this car? It's
want a
incredible.
G20 way?
Why
It's
would they bring the car in?
incredible.
No value.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. But
I mean,
I
for
know.
me,
I think
recon
the S60 is a better car, lah. If you can get S60, go for that. Yeah. But yeah, Shadow, you got the right idea. Get the facelift. If you really want this car, go for the facelift because the gearbox
mm,
is better. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
smarter. Look, oh, I mean, it's a bit more money for the black one, for example. But yeah, you know, but it's around 200,000 range. Yeah, it's around there. Hmm.
Okay. Next one. Okay, Adam. There are. You have to be specific. What sort of suspension are you looking at? If you're talking about air suspension, there is a AE specialist in Sri Kembangan. If you want to talk about normal suspension, you can try F-Tune, you can try Rival Auto, but it also depends on what sort of repairs are you talking about. Yeah, so you need to be a bit more specific on that.
Yeah, I
Yep.
would suggest if you're going just to back to repair, go to our Evo Club warranty. You can see what they call a list of our panels of workshops.
Hmm.
Prestige, where Horn is also a good workshop. Um, Keep it back to stock. You probably are in safe hands to do that. I think once you are happy with the stock condition, then you can think about something better. But yeah, stock is always. If your car is a normal stock car, go for stock, repair it, you'll be happy. Okay.
Yep, I do agree with Tana. If you just want to
Mm.
restore back to stock, then most of the trusted workshops under our Evo, recommended workshops can do it. Yeah, but
Oh,
if you do want to like improve it, have a little like something different, then yes, normal suspension want to feel stock for Proton car. Con, you're
yep, yep.
muted, bro.
Con, con.
Can't hear
Then,
you.
then you have to be specific in identifying what's wrong with suspension. Is it wear and tear? Usually it's wear and tear. Suspension is a wear and tear part, right?
And yeah,
So is it your
correct.
absorbers? Is it your bushing? Is it your arms? So most of the time, you just get you refresh the suspension, all the arms and the absorbers. You will get what you're looking for, but you need to know what is it that is causing your issues.
Mm.
Yeah, there's so
Hmm.
many moving parts under the suspension. Could be your shock absorber, could be your springs, could be your mountings, could be your lower arm. There's just thrust arm. There's so many things that can go wrong. So I think to get the diagnosis to find out what exactly is causing you to feel that I need an upgrade is the
Mm.
first step. Like
Back
my
to stock.
Porsche, for example, the biggest
Mm.
issue was like my car was a bit loose at the grip limit. Then we
Hmm.
found out one of the shocks was leaking, so the rear wasn't sitting nicely, and then my lower arm was wasn't the lower truss arm, so the butt wobbles a little bit left and right, so there's a lot of free play at the limit, but I didn't know all of that until we diagnosed it. When Mike took up the car and did the jack, then we saw all those things that were an issue. Only you could find out why. Yeah. So you have to have it inspected before you design a repair plan, lah. Adam. Yeah. Get it checked first.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, check.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing all right? Because like
No,
the
I mean,
energy is
I
a bit,
think Chiang made a
a bit
comment.
lower. Right?
Yeah,
My energy is a bit lower. So
suspension wear and tear are not covered by warranty, but I think the point I'm making is that the Evo Club warranty, even if you're not under the warranty scheme, what that means is all the guys that are on that panel of workshops are reputable workshops. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get. If I were to recommend a workshop, I would say that, well, if it's good enough for GMR, it's good enough for most people, guys. And I think
Yep.
that's the point we're trying to make.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
okay,
Jom, kita continue.
let's look at Nav over here. He's asking for
Hmm.
W204 C class. Right, car will mainly be used for short distance trips only. Is it worth the 70-80K asking price? Who set the price? Yeah, I think your expectation is right. 20,000 to refresh certain parts will be quite a reasonable expectation.
20,000 is very comfortable.
But
204 is a relatively reliable
I mean, I think
car.
of new tires. Maybe you change a few suspension parts, or maybe you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
do some engine parts. All change fluids. I still got a lot to
But
spare. Yeah.
The
but
204
expensive,
to me,
expensive,
Sorry.
expensive.
yeah.
To think about it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
the
put this way,
CID is quite hard. The
for
asking price.
for 207, 208 kind of car, the same E90 will cost what, 20 odd K?
no,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
two
right.
C class
40,
facelift, right?
40, 50.
It's 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Facelift is the yeah, 2012,
Yeah.
2013,
Yeah.
2011 onwards. 11 onwards, right?
Mm,
Hmm.
mm. So it is pricey, lah.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get
The-
for way cheaper. Oh,
oh yeah,
okay.
man.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay, bro.
your price was actually quite high. That's why I'm
You
wondering.
can
This
go
is,
for
can't be,
lower
Yeah.
price
yeah.
W204. So
Yeah.
if maybe your friend is trying to sell you something at a higher price, so your friend is taking advantage of it.
The 204 is a nice car. It's a nice car, but it is not 70 to 80K nice, like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
price I recall 70-80K was during MCO, so the price has dropped
Yeah.
a little bit.
Mm.
But
Mm.
70,
yeah,
80K is too much to pay for 204 C class today.
Yeah. If you are already 70K plus another 20K, you're already reaching like a F30 uh facelift
32i.
No, facelift cannot.
32i,
Facelift cannot. But
um
three facelift 320i,
easily
maybe
lah, can get
2012.
lah, 70K can
Yeah.
get lah, Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. This is one for
But this
sale
is
lah.
great.
Chiang is recommending an E class instead. But
Mm,
I get why Nav is asking for C class because he wants something smaller,
mm.
perhaps. The E is relatively larger than the C.
But I have to say,
definitely-
the Mercs of this generation, they drive better than their successors.
Could you
It
show up
is-
again the screen on Chiang, that screen? So I think on this range, the E and the C are pretty much the same engine platform, correct?
Yeah, the 1.8
Uh,
CGI.
Even this E, I've driven this E class, it's not that big. It doesn't feel way big, like it's just nice, like.
Mm,
So it's like your expectation of what is a C class today and back then, the sizes have changed a lot, you know. So
Oh yes, the 204 C class is actually quite a small car.
small
very
car.
small, yeah.
It's a very small
I
car.
hopped straight from the 204 into a Mark 5 Golf GTI, and I felt like they are around the same size in terms of the cabin size, lah.
But
Except
it's
for the
nice
rear
to
space,
drive,
but the front,
204 C class.
it feels like it's in the same world, lah. Yeah.
And the car feels solid, lah. The 204 C class and the 212 E class, right? They feel solid,
Yep.
It's
Yep.
so
Then 205 is like,
together than
what
the
the
205 and
heck?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but yes, your expectation is 20,000 is very, very luxurious budget, very, very
Oh, yes.
luxurious budget.
yes.
You'll be very comfortable with that. So yes, that's the right mentality. But as what Chiang and Con say go and even Tana say the size isn't very big. Yeah, consider the
Mm.
E-Class. It's a bit upmarket, the
Yeah.
interior, everything. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it feels a bit
Looks
tight,
nice.
bit tight.
Actually, it looks
Uh,
nice. It looks nice. Yeah.
look at this, man, beautiful, right?
Oh yes,
The color is nice, bro.
I think
It's
this
really
one,
nice.
this one quite reputable seller. This one.
Mm.
Okay. Moving on. Ivan Lim. So, in reviewing your car, so experience of all the car, hi all. In your experience of car reviewing, which SUV has the best seat for driver? So the biggest among us is Bobby lah. So my Cayenne, Cayenne and CX-9 don't have enough tire support. Wow, the Cayenne and the not enough support
You
Cayenne
shorted
support
also
for you.
cannot
170
satisfy
cm.
you, Jalak, eh.
You're 90 kg. I think the most comfortable seats out there. If you talk about seat comfort, I think the support is there. The seat comfort is definitely goes to Volvo. Volvo
Yeah.
wins hands down for
Yeah,
their
I only getting a
seat comfort.
Volvo. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking
So
not enough thigh support. I mean, I'm 173 cm, but I never felt that
yeah.
those
You
cars
don't,
have not enough thigh support. I'm just wondering
Ivan.
how.
Ivan. Remember, your thigh support is not meant to have your support up to your knee. It's not the case. It's just it doesn't have. Shouldn't be like wedged to it because you need to be able to put your back into the seat. Your hang there must be a space between your under your knee. So maybe the way your sitting position is not right. Whatever. Think about it. Most modern cars have got a way to extend the bottom, so you have a lot of support. So I'm surprised you
Yeah.
don't have support in your Cayenne. I'm surprised.
I'm struggling to think how
Yeah, Cayenne is good.
don't have thigh
Maybe
support.
maybe he got the Cayenne CKD, and maybe the Cayenne CKD has a pretty low specs.
Cayenne CKD, the new one.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
No
if
lah.
this
lah.
is the
I mean,
Ivan Lim that
No
I
lah,
know
no
lah,
lah.
I think he booked the Cayenne CKD.
I can only think if you're too short, right? If you're too short and then your thigh sort of like your knees before the ending of the seat, that's the only thing I can think of. Then perhaps you have to sit a
Mm,
little bit more forward. You get to move your seat a
yeah,
bit front. You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
As
I'm kind of
it's like
puzzled actually.
it's counterintuitive. You must, as long as your support in your back is be flat to
Yeah, yeah.
the seat, then you find your leg, the support will come like a bit down here. And you must understand the seat. You can either position it this way or this way. Having it this way makes the
No support.
blood flow down, and you feel uncomfortable. So it has to be a little bit above, so you are supporting your thigh underneath the seat itself.
Mm.
So just play with those things, be surprised. We got Bobby joining us. Are you serious?
Oh, welcome back.
Hello,
Wow.
wow.
Welcome back.
What's
Sorry,
your
I
name?
don't tired.
Willkommen,
Oh,
willkommen.
Germany.
Welcome.
Willkommen to Monday Talk Show.
Sorry, I just landed just now. Then my wife came and picked me up. Then I sent her to her because she got a dinner appointment. So I sent her to Mont Kiara, and then came back and then settled the kids' dinner. Then wash
Why are
up.
you online?
Huh?
Supposed to
Because I
rest,
miss
bro.
Roy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Crazy.
But it's damn tired lah. It's super tired.
Oh,
long journey,
tell me
bro.
about it,
Long
man.
journey.
Yeah, weh.
I
Sorry.
can imagine
You are
your
Why
just
whole
sorry?
in time.
Why sorry?
Sorry, we expect you to go to sleep, Bobby. Better go sleep. Unless jet lag, is it? Can't sleep.
Yeah, I cannot sleep at all in the
Actually,
plane.
Bobby, this is a question
Huh?
for you. You on the plane, right? So Ivan Lim says he's
We're
got a
bit,
Cayenne
we're
and a
bit
CX-9.
perplexed.
Not enough thigh support. He's 90 kg, 170 cm. So we're so perplexed. How is it possible?
I think it's
Cayenne,
his
okay, ma?
adjustment. I think the
Yeah, see?
issue is with his seat adjustment. Try and adjust
See?
your seat like that.
There we
Yeah,
go. See? As I said,
Yeah,
lah, no?
yeah, lor,
Yeah,
yeah,
lor,
lor.
I think Cayenne the seat cushion I should be able to adjust this way one.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
If you, I can only think of if your seat like what Tana said, if your seat is like this,
Yeah.
then
Put
Yeah.
it
maybe
this way,
you're
then
not
yes,
feeling
problem. It must
supported
be
lah.
up a bit. Yeah, it must be up a bit. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. 170 cm. Sorry to say, don't have issue.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, I'm 168, I believe 169 lah. So my height lah, short lah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my height.
No
I'm
way.
170.
Yeah,
I'm 173.
I'm over there. Yeah, it's my height.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, lor. Yeah, lor. I
Ah,
think seat
my-
adjustment. I think we solved the case. Should be seat adjustment.
See, just man, don't blame the car. The issue is between the seat and the steering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to some questions over here. Let's answer a quick one here, guys. My headlamp projector not bright enough during night drive.
Ah,
Please go and see
Oh.
CBS Pro in Sunway.
CSB.
CSB,
CSB
CSB Pro.
Yes.
CSB Pro on Sunway. Okay.
Yes.
These guys take the lighting game very seriously. They do
Yes.
before after measurements. They find ways to
Yeah.
create mountings for your projector lamps and stuff like that.
Mm.
Seriously, go and
My,
visit
my
them.
car is there now. My car is there now. When you sending
your
yours
car
in?
there that day.
Thomas?
My Porsche is going to go through a health check at Adrian's shop tomorrow, and
Okay.
by end of this week, hopefully nothing much to change. Then only I send to CSB Pro. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait, man. So far
I
from
can't-
what HP has pointed out in his video, it looks like I'm getting it 10 times brighter.
What I like about their work is that right, they do it in such a way that your headlights are retain the stock appearance, retain the stock factory
Yes.
appearance, not the
And
Nala
anyone who has
kind
a
of-
981 or 991, your Porsche, right? That stupid by xenon beams is useless one. Really useless one. Yeah.
Yeah, and who is that? The boss Desmond is very, very knowledgeable. He knows his
Yeah.
shit. This guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When to get MX5 in the future, do you guys suggest soft top or hard top 1.5 or 2.0?
We can't get soft top 2.0 already.
Although that's the
Can
best
bring
spec.
from UK. We'll bring from UK.
Yeah. The first batch is 2016, ma. That means already 2016 one cannot bring in already. More than 5 years.
No, the facelift UK has 2.0 soft top. Yes. 2018, 19 can get you can get the later
Yeah.
models more also, but from UK lor.
For me, it's definitely soft top. And after having driven both, right, 1.5 or 2 liter doesn't really matter. Of course, 2 liter more power lah, right? But I felt the 1.5 is
Okay,
is
what is more
the-
important, the soft top or the 2.0?
soft top.
Tana, what do you think?
To me, it's soft top.
I drove the 1.5, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, kill me.
You know what, Anna, even the 2 liter, right, is like,
Yeah.
oh,
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, because I've driven like a really old MX5. I was like, wow, this is a nice light, can throw around, have fun. No, they had this one like, really, yeah. It's like it felt very pedestrian. Like all the hype is there. You come to it, you pay the kind of money, you pay 180K or whatever to it, and you're like, wow, that's it. She like, okay, like, I'm very cheap lah. Not all my money for that 1.5.
I wish I can drop the FD2R engine inside.
Soft top.
Oh.
What is it,
That would be
RF?
epic way.
This is the soft top.
Yes, if you can get this is the right
Yeah,
spec.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The car is so
There's
good.
one-
This is
there's
why
one,
you need that
anniversary
power lah.
version one. 180
Yeah.
180
Yeah.
horsepower and then like below 1
Yeah,
ton. one,
great
the
value,
orange
man.
colour.
160. What is this?
At least 2018. If it's 180 horsepower,
Kilo.
right? It's,
See
Yeah,
this UK one, no? This is the one. It's,
Yeah,
it's a
see,
UK
nice one.
car.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a UK car. Yep.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
if you
so yeah.
can Kiyun, this is the right one to get because when you look back in time, people are going to look for the 2.0 and soft top, right?
Mm.
The RF,
Yep.
I don't think it will retain such a desirability.
Because
And
there's so much more of
it
them.
doesn't look that pleasant too on the side profile. I feel like not very pleasant.
Mm.
Yeah.
Talking
Okay.
about side profile, we have this question from Brian J. Chong.
Right?
Wants
Yeah.
to get a E93 handling Okemo.
Okay, lor.
of course.
It's okay, lor.
I think the E93 is one of those
Sorry.
BMW where as a convertible looks nice lah.
Sorry, I get a
Convert-
cup of
As
water.
a convertible open top, it looks beautiful. So yeah, good.
I don't like the E90, 90, E93.
Mm. I like the
Okay,
way
lah. At the
initially
36,
initially
okay
I
lah.
was like wow, it looks a bit old, but the more I drive this car, the more I feel like wow, actually there's a bit of a timelessness into the design. I mean, it's like
Oh
it's all
yes,
functional,
yes.
it's all there. Um, I mean, the roof up doesn't look nice, but converted, I like the look of this
Mm.
this era. Like the 4 Series convertible. Roof
Very good.
down doesn't look as nice. If you know what I mean, it
Mm.
looks a bit big, but yeah, nice,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
beautiful man.
Actually,
Beautiful car.
I think the coupe looks quite nice.
Yes.
Recently I saw a few hanging
Mm,
around Damansara Heights. I look at it, it's like
mm,
there's one 335i, this color coupe is like, well,
mm,
yeah, good looking car.
mm.
Oh, beautiful.
Bobby, I got one. I'm working on now. 330 E92.
Walao
330.
eh. How many
330.
cars you have, we?
3
NA.
liter NA.
We
He's
got
running
it.
a
We're now we're
yard.
now we're
Thomas.
now we're now doing a strip down. We're taking out all the aftermarket bumpers. We're putting in the anchor bumpers back in, and it's been for sale. But yeah, and so nice the NA. I mean, I do the 335 and 330. I'm like, wow, I can love both. You know what I mean? There's
Shit,
something
you got
beautiful
335
about both.
also.
Yeah,
Oh my
certainly.
god.
Certainly.
Tana,
Because the
suddenly
N24 Turbo Lag quite serious one.
Yeah.
Tana suddenly sold his Audi and then suddenly all BMW, bang, like non-stop BMWs spree like that.
Yeah. Yeah. 320 no lah. 320. I think the
Yeah,
engine is a
but
bit
good catch, man.
No lah.
330i, that's rare. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a bit
Nice catch.
lackluster. The
Mm.
engine is lackluster.
Bargain, 40 plus. Bargain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Buy it, drop engine 3.0. Settle.
But you
The
know,
whole.
recently, Tana recently, Kin help passed me his E36 to take care. You
Mm.
know, the E36 with the 325i. And I've
Mm.
driven that car, man. I've drive around a little bit. It's like, damn, the E36 good lah.
Bro,
It's better than
bro,
E30.
bro,
Of course, now way
E30
better, bro.
bro.
It's like
When
different
you're free,
manufacturer.
when I free, I'll borrow you fuel to sample One with LSD, one with
Fuel.
LSD, one with
You know
this,
the funny
one
thing
with
was last week.
It's like a
Last week when
buffet.
we
Which
were,
one you want? Which buffet?
you know, the funny thing was last week when we were when we were swapping cars, right? Tana left his E36 at my shop, so I said, okay lah, today I'm gonna drive E36 home. Then coming out, right, because it was raining, right, water was dripping from the top of the windscreen.
But when I drove, it wasn't leaking. I don't know why, so I need to go check it out now. But yeah.
Channel
Buy
Yeah,
now
is-
before Tana Sapu all prices
Right.
rising.
I can't afford all but yeah, it's.
I tell you, bro, if
it's fun.
E36 price go up, it'll be all your fault, bro.
It's all Tana, bro. It's all
Bro,
Tana's
my-
I
fault.
saw one
I'm-
guy, name,
uh,
oh, don't know what his name, shit, I can't remember. It's anyways, he was selling an E36 coupe 325i for 65,000 on marketplace. Man,
Yeah, that's the thing.
5,000 3 to 5 manual auto.
coupe manual.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have one for sale, which is a 328 manual 36 coupe for 60 plus. Also, you're doing a fresh paint install, fresh new paint, everything
Manual.
Yeah. manual.
Oh yo.
BBS settings, all that stuff. Yeah.
Look at Thomas' face.
How many cars you have, bro? I'm just
Bro,
I'm just
if I
trying
told
to
you,
calculate.
if I told you what I have now, we have a long rig. Yes. I'll yeah.
Tana has more cars combined. All of us combined, right? Tana also have more cars himself than all
Yeah,
of us.
man.
Yeah, I wish I can monetize from the cars and then buy my 9911, but it's coming soon. No worry, soon.
Do it.
Okay, let's look at some questions over here. Charles Tan is asking, hi bro, looking for budget 130k for primary car. Would you suggest Mazda CX-3? Is it reliable car that lasts long term? Single at the moment, so max 2-3 passengers.
Oh,
I don't like the CX-3.
I don't like
It's
the
reliable.
CX.
It will last
It's like a
long term,
CX. It's like a Mazda 2 on stilts, you know.
then what
reliable
is called a
but it's
630?
not a good primary car.
Yeah, CX-30, yeah, a Mazda 3 on stilts
Mm.
without torsion beam. Non-torsion beam Mazda 3.
CX-30 is torsion beam.
Huh?
CX-30 is torsion beam also.
They're all
So
torsion, right?
is the Mazda 3 in the torsion beam lah?
Yeah.
On the stills.
Mazda 3 current one also torsion beam one.
But you know what? People talk about the 30, yeah, and I asked them, one guy was asking on to buy, and I was like, why 30? They said, no, like it looks very good. So there is apparently an appeal for 30, yeah, and how it looks with the cladding and stuff. I think it appeals to people how it looks. So
I don't know that CX3, bro.
I don't mind the CX3. You are single, you like interior space, how it is, your call, but a lot of money for the car.
How about a Mazda
Yeah.
6?
But
I like Honda Civic though. If you think about new cars now, I'm a fan of Honda Civic now. I think they're pretty good.
but the CX-30 is only like 15,000 more from CX-3. So much
Yeah.
more usable, so much more
Yeah.
modern.
Agree.
The
Funky
CX3,
looking.
right? If you're buying a used CX3 for like 70K or something, then okay, go for it. But if you're spending 130,000 on a CX3, right? I think the
Not worth
size of the car, very quickly you will feel that you want to change cars already.
Yeah.
Way
Not worth.
before you are halfway through your payments. And
Not worth.
yeah, then you dilemma lor. So to be honest, back in its era, it was not bad. It was against things like Peugeot 2008, the stupid Ford, what is that?
EcoSport.
What's the name?
Kuga.
Yeah, the
EcoSport.
stupid Ford, a stupid car. People who buy that really sad way. I feel sad for them. And then the CX3 was okay back then, but now no lah.
Your CX-30 is a much more convincing proposition. If,
But
if
CX3, the rear seats are so claustrophobic, way. So claustrophobic and so
it's
upright.
a Mazda 2. It's a Mazda 2
Oh,
on still.
Yeah.
Horn couldn't even fit his car seat
Cannot.
inside the CX3. It's so tight.
Shit.
Yeah. It's
So-
not a viable primary car.
Yeah. So Charles, now you buy this car. Yeah, you're single now. Who knows? Next week you make a girl pregnant, right? Then you got a baby. Then your CX3 too small.
But I agree, Bobby. Yeah, the car size will quickly outgrow you when you say want to last long term.
Yeah.
I think the size will outgrow you. Yeah.
Provided you're
agree.
telling us that you want to spend 130K on a hot hatch, then a small size is acceptable if it is a hot hatch, right?
Mm.
If it's
But not a
supposed to be
CX3, right?
Yeah, lor.
If you say like I want to buy a Mazda 3, then okay lah. Yeah.
Yeah. And 130K or cannot get
What
MX5
is the
already.
Mazda? What's the CX3 still doing in this? Why are they still selling it?
In this
Incredible.
era, right?
Yeah, incredible.
Maybe they have leftover CKD packs.
Okay, Ara is asking, I like the Countryman S, so I can afford the monthly loan, although it's a bit tight. Do you think I should go for it or get something cheaper, more suitable for budget? I'm 23 years old.
You are
Countryman
23. You just up your earnings lah. Just up your earnings lah. Right? You're 23. You'll be most people in the early 20s, right? By the time they are late 20s, right? They are earning double fold, triple fold, because that's where you have a high growth rate. But
But
up
should
to you.
you go for stretch for a country S or stretch for something else? Countryman. I don't
Oh.
think the Countryman S is a car. I mean, he's going to put a lot on the line, but the question is, and now the question is, I don't know. I feel like he should go for something that perhaps is more worth the stretch,
But if he
Ah,
likes it, then it's worth it, lor.
yeah, lor.
Mm.
He didn't say buying brand new or used, right?
He didn't say that, but
Mm.
if you say Countryman S, I know it sounds a bit weird, but the Golf GTI is a direct competitor to that car more than a Mini to the Golf GTI. Yeah, way more accomplished than. I mean, the size isn't much different. Rear seat, rear passenger size, everything. I mean, the Countryman is not really an SUV. Seriously, it's not really that high.
No, it's
Rear
not.
boot space, everything. The Golf is like king in that category lah. Golf GTI.
Usability lah.
Yeah.
I never
And you
caught on to
the Golf
never
looks
caught on
really
to the-
cool.
I never caught on to the Mini lifestyle. I'm not there, but I do understand. But
Not
yeah,
not the
countryman
not
and
the
SUV.
countryman, not the countryman.
Mm,
I get it for the Mini Cooper, the 2 door, I get it, but countryman, I don't know, man. I think you should try a go stretch for Golf GTI.
mm.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
more mini than Golf GTI.
Mm.
Yeah, if the other one is mini, no, you go for mini. But again, if you're going to go for a loan, you need a 5 door. Mini
Yeah,
2 door is you can't get loan. That
yeah.
the margin that you can
Mini
get on the five
is
door.
what you call it. Mini is as a fun factor to it, the mini, I would say.
But amazing lah, 23-year-old can afford mini already. What were you driving when you were 23, guys?
Uh, let me think.
I
I
think it was
City
Yes.
I was
IDSI.
in an Iswara.
Honda City IDSI.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
you not bad.
Tana cannot remember
oh
already.
20. I think the time I was driving I bought a brand new Vira when I was 22 years old. Yeah,
Oh, not bad.
1.3, 1.3 manual aerobac. So
Oh,
yeah,
aerobag.
aerobac.
What
Oh,
color?
I
What
love
color,
aerobac,
bro?
bro. Champagne gold. You
Whoa,
know,
nice,
Oh,
nice,
I know
nice.
the
and
color.
the best part was the story was when I got it, my mom was like scared. I'll be like do stuff with the car. So I got the car. I told the guy, hey, I bought the car already. I want you to go and paint the side mirror. I lowered the car from the showroom itself. So car was done. I bought the car like 2 weeks. Done up. Park in the showroom again. I pick up the car. I'm like, how come this Vira very different? Lowered lah, got spoiler lah, got lip. So, but yeah, aerobac, bro. That was the dream of
Yeah.
champions lah back then.
That means I'm more successful, lor. 23-year-old, I drive Audi.
Bro, you are at this age. You're driving all these stickers.
You win liao, bro.
You win hands down lah, baby.
Yeah, I bought a
Ah.
7-year-old Audi that time, and then the gearbox died 3
Ooh.
times. Changed to
CBU
manual.
from Ingolstadt.
Ingolstadt. Got turbo, 1.8 turbo.
But I do remember, think about it, like if let's say I had the guts to buy like Audi or a old BM back then, how my life would have changed. And I will always think about this thing, how my life would have changed if I had bought these cars back then.
Oh,
What I could
I
afford.
tell you, bro, you'll
Oh
be so
God.
poor. You will be
I'll-
so poor. So
May
poor.
not lead you to us today.
So poor.
Wait,
Yeah.
Con, what car did you had last time? At 23.
I had an Iswara at that time.
uh,
Then, which means, right, Bobby can say he's the most successful. Then I'm the most efficient car, the ID, the CVT gearbox, the IDSI. I have the most efficient car
at,
of the
at
lot.
23,
What?
at 23.
Yeah, the Honda City IDSI.
Mm.
88 horsepower, then CVT gearbox.
But my first car was a 2.0. How was that?
Oh,
That
2.0,
means,
man.
guys, that means, right, my first ownership, my first car ownership, right, within the next 2 years, I'm already in the kind of doing the kind of thing in workshop, like changing turbo lah, changing alternator lah, overhaul gearbox.
Wow.
I got burned early. I got burned very early.
Wait. Okay. On that note, after a year I bought my Vira, I did the engine swap.
The most expensive thing I changed on my Honda is my battery lah. Wait lah. I don't know.
Hey.
Nothing went wrong with my car. Nothing went wrong with my car. I changed filter, everything, and then one time the
Thank
battery
you.
gone. I think that's it lah.
Thanks. Rub it in lah. Rub it in.
That's why we
tires
cannot
were the
afford
most
washer.
expensive part of the car. Tires. Yeah.
Oh, I never can afford tires. For first 8 years of my car ownership life, I've never bought new tires before. Never.
Wow.
Front left Bridgestone, front right Dunlop, then behind one Michelin, then one.
Wow, I'm the other way around. I was PS3 on Proton Wajawan.
What the
Oh.
heck?
Yo. I cannot afford new tires. Yeah, back then.
I feel good now.
Okay.
Charles
Okay.
Chin
Question
said was
here.
driving.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Tana.
No. Charles Chin said he was driving a 1972 T22 Celica when I was 23 years old.
Fuyo.
Fuyo.
Oh, I was just having coffee with Charles Chin this morning.
Anyway,
Hmm.
ZZIP asked, hi guys, what's your opinion about the Volvo V90 and its cross-country version? Which would you recommend? Recon
Cross
car.
country.
Either of these. I know his question asked last week, we didn't answer him, so that's asking for
Mm.
you. Answer.
Cross country, cross country.
Hmm.
Recon, okay, probably he's not from Malaysia, I believe, because
No, he's
no,
already Malaysian. He wants to recon it to Malaysia, even bring it in.
really,
But who brings recon Volvos in?
yeah,
You can
nobody
ask
brings it
any
in.
AP dealers to do it, they will do it.
But if you want to ask them to import, okay, I've asked Chu Yang about importing V90 cross country in, and the costing that he gave me, right, at the end of the day, right, I can buy a used RS6.
So you gotta
So-
really love the car to get it, lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say ZZIP is like I date on one this car, okay, V90 cross country or V90.
Mm.
I like the cross country. Looks nice.
It's very nice. It's very nice. It has
Maybe
enough
it's not
ground
Malaysia.
clearance. You know, you can go places with it. It looks good. I saw a few in Germany. Very good looking.
India also, I saw some very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
It's just not worth to bring in a recon Volvo lah. That's all. If any dealer brings one in the first
I
place.
wonder, is there a picture?
Got
He's
somebody brought a
Singaporean.
D5 V6 V90. Yeah. Somebody brought a D5.
I wonder how the
Hmm?
Cascade looks next to a XC90. How does it look comparatively? Is it wider or
way longer.
longer?
Way longer.
No lah. Same platform lah. Same platform lah.
Really, yeah.
Is there a picture
Anyway,
Yang, the V90 Cascade versus XC90? How it looks?
Anyways, a question over here. Alex Lim is asking, my wife is Malaysian. She's not working. Can I buy a car in Malaysia with loan? You probably can't buy it under your wife's name. You can buy it under your name with Singaporean employment, actually. The loan margin, I believe, is up to, I think, 70 to 50% only. So not that high. That's what I know. Okay. Should we go to Do As My Car or do we answer more questions?
Jom. Let's do it.
Jom.
So we're skipping a few questions, right? Let it be.
Which one?
Ah.
F30, T3i, or the new Civic FE. I love the Civic interior, but probably quieter than the F30. No lah, I don't think so. F30 more horsepower and it will drive. I think no comparison. I think
The Civic, the new Civic, I think is quieter.
it's how put this it's quieter than the old Civic. Agree. It's like when you look at it, wow, it looks nice. But when you go down to the crux of it and you when you really use it and push it, whatever, the BM is definitely a way better interior, better built, But first glance, of course, the Civic looks nice, But I wouldn't even compare in the same league,
Yeah,
The new Civic,
I all day long.
I was driving at
Yeah.
night, right? Then got one guy like tiong me, non-stop. I was driving what again? I think I was driving the M2, Then got one stupid 3 Series tiong me, Then I let him pass lah. Then I thought I'm cursing. I was like, stupid 3 Series. Then when the car passed me, right, it's a Civic.
Yeah.
The lights look like a BMW lights,
BMW.
Crazy.
Yeah. One is new, I guess, and F30, but T3i is spot on, it's nice.
Okay,
Oh,
if
yes.
you're gonna fetch people around, the 3 Series will be something that your passengers on the rear seat will not be very happy about. But the Civic, on the other hand, they'll be very happy in the rear seats because they feel like almost like a 5 Series kind of space inside there. So damn big, right? But if you ask me, I think the 3GOI will be my choice for a fun car to drive. Yeah.
That's my picture.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
I wrote this review.
Nice. Okay. Mitsubishi Triton or Isuzu D-Max 1.9 Premium.
Colin and I have got this thing about the boat,
The what?
Hey,
I
Nikita,
mean, we always talk about
he's the battery man. He's the battery man.
Oh,
Yeah.
we talk about this too, It's like the Triton highway driving is better. I think Con, you like the Triton, isn't it?
Yes. The Triton is the best on highway.
the D-Max on highway, I find it's like not it's not better than the Triton, but I just find that the Isuzu for me like it just feels a little more well built, and all that. But yeah, for town driving, Titan is so nice lah.
The, the
The gearbox
1.9 is really slow.
slow.
It
Triton
is.
Triton feels good
It's
highway driving.
bordering frustratingly slow.
But that aside, I have to say lah, the new D Max right is, I would say, the pickup segment's best all rounder in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm.
In long run,
In long run, which would be better? Larger engine, I suppose.
Triton.
Get a D Max 3.0.
Honestly, yeah, if
Diablo, is it?
long run, the truck engine will last longer and hardier.
Yeah, the bigger engine. Oh no, I
Ooh.
just want to share what I was doing in Germany. So I went and drove the
Let's hear it.
e-tron GT, this one,
Ooh.
and the RS version. So this is Audi's like EV kind of flagship supercar kind of thing. It's built in the same factory as the Audi R8. So that factory only builds Audi R8s and e-trons, and very different process, more meticulous, a lot of hand-built processes, and then we drove it around the track, and it's so nice. It's so nice. The way it corners, right, is mind-blowing. Even though it's 2.5 tons. It's crazy. Yeah, and the acceleration and all that. It ends up as being a very different car from the Taycan in a way. I felt the interior is better built, but it doesn't have the Taycan is a liftback, right, guys? If I don't
Yes.
remember wrongly, yeah,
Yes.
that's the drawback. This one is a normal boot, so the boot opening isn't as spacious as the Taycan. Other than that, it's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah. So
The
it's going
profile-
to come to Malaysia. Sorry.
The profile looks like it's not EV spaceship kind of profile. It looks,
Yeah. Oh, it's very low. The whole car is very
Oh,
low
really?
and wide and squat. Yeah. Very low. So yeah, very nice. Very nice. So
the
just wanna
Taycan is a boot also. Sorry. It's a boot also. Not
Oh, it's also a
liftback.
boot. It's not a
Yeah,
liftback.
yeah,
Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah. So it's gonna come into Malaysia.
I love how they have two charging ports left and right.
Oh, one is AC, one is DC.
You see,
Like the Taycan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
okay.
How much
How
should I
much
prepare for? Hey, wait, Bobby.
Hmm?
Then the question is this: you've driven the I know it's a far fetch lah, but you've driven the i4, right?
Hmm.
And then now you've driven this one.
Hmm.
What's your impression?
Oh,
Comparison.
huge difference! Huge difference. The
I don't
i4,
like the i4.
the i4 isn't even in the same league as this. This whole thing feels. It doesn't feel like you have a petrol platform and then you put a EV inside. it just everything just gels together so nicely, and even the sound profile that they create for this car, right, is especially during acceleration and deceleration, right, it matches so well that you kind of felt is the organic sound of the motor engine. Just look at the profile. It's two different things, completely different. The e-tron is practically a four-door supercar platform. It looks like a four-door supercar. It has that kind of Audi R8 profile to it, and yet there are four doors. And it really corners like on rail, and this whole thing is very,
Nice.
very nice. Yeah. So yeah, I saw some i4s there. i4.
i4. I know. I don't like the way it's like tuned. It felt like very disappointing. The i4. Yeah.
yeah, man, the e-tron GT is a looker. Is basically you see it on the road, right? If it's parked next to some R8 or Huracan, right? It has the same low wide profile. It has the same profile as those cars.
Look at the front, man. One is like really sends
Yeah.
chills on your spine. So beautiful, the
Yeah.
body.
Yes, it's
Right.
compressed, low, wide, very nice.
I hope they kill BM this time around.
And I think, right? I think, you see, the Taycan doesn't represent Porsche,
Mm.
but the e-tron GT, right, represents everything about Audi. You know, advanced, practical, daily use. You know, very fast, very well built inside.
Mm.
It's the kind of product portfolio. And I think it looks manlier than the Taycan.
Yeah.
Taycan looks feminine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more feminine. Yeah.
Mm.
Actually,
Audi
Taycan-
always has been like a futuristic car, so this is like in line with their whole futuristic look and feel. So,
And then we all ask them, why is the official figure 3.3? And all of us could easily do 3 seconds on a damp, wet morning.
Mm.
And then the instructor said, it's very important for this car's figure on paper to not be higher than Porsche's. Yeah.
Wow, comparing it to the M5 CS. Oh, okay.
Oh, yo.
All right.
Anyway,
Nice looking. Looking forward to see some in Malaysia.
any price indication, Obi?
well, everybody's worry is this. Okay, in Europe, in Germany, it starts at 100,000 euros,
Okay, not
and
bad.
then the RS version starts at 140,000.
Whoa.
So to give a perspective, 911s are around 130. Okay, but I kind of felt the RS version of this car, right, is a bit weird because from exterior there are absolutely no difference apart from the RS badge.
Wow.
All right,
Going
and
for subtle.
yeah, and even if you buy the normal e-tron GT, right, normal per se, 500 over horsepower, you can spec the ceramics, you can spec the carbon roof, you can spec the panoramic roof, you can spec the carbon interior, same like the RS. So it's just and it's the same battery, same motor, just software.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. The RS allows the car to unleash 640 plus horsepower, and yeah, that's the difference.
So let's say $1 million here, possible?
Sorry.
$1
I
million
think
ringgit in
less
Malaysia?
than that, bro, because
Oh,
I think-
sensitive.
it's 280
What is the pricing relative to a Taycan in Europe?
I didn't check that though, but supposedly it's always like in between the Taycan. Let's say the RS will not cost as much as a turbo,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And the normal one will be cheaper than the Taycan S. But then Taycan has a lower variant, the single engine, smaller
yeah.
battery, rear-wheel drive one.
Yeah.
Audi doesn't have that, so that one is cheaper than the e-tron GT.
How's the interior, bro? The interior for the e-tron GT.
I kind of felt it is slightly better built than the Taycan. Taycan has a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
This one is slightly better built, but there are also some stuffs that like the glove, the armrest click lock part with the USB port and all that. I felt that is an afterthought. A lot of things are not convenient. Oh, I love the wood interior. The wood interior is
Oh my god.
because usually when we see inlays, right, it's a flat piece of wood. It's a veneer, right? But this is the first time I see like it's a whole piece of. It looks like a furniture, a whole piece of wood.
It's curved some way.
Yeah, the whole thing. You see the curvature, like literally a carpenter sand it like that one. So it looks very 3D, very nice. So my favorite is the wood interior.
You saw this wood in person lah.
Yeah. There's a
Ooh.
whole thickness to it. So quite
Nice.
interesting.
Looking forward to
interesting.
your video, man.
Yep. All right.
Okay, 2 hours already.
Okay.
Let's go and play
Come.
Dude Where's My Car.
Thank you. Sorry for dragging
No,
you
it
all.
was, it
Hey,
was,
not
uh,
at
it was
all.
very
It's,
nice,
it's
Bobby.
good to
I
hear your
looking forward
adventures,
to
man.
meet the Malaysian roads. Yeah.
I'm already thinking about how to afford an e-tron. So yeah, thank you for that, Bobby.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very
Yeah,
nice.
man. Yeah, man. It actually looks more aspirational than a Taycan. When
You're
you
Yeah,
right.
look
actually,
You're right.
see
yeah,
it here,
yeah.
it looks
I
more
do think of
impressive
that.
than
Yeah.
Taycan. Man.
It looks like a modern day R8 in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
It's like if yeah, the whole design
And,
language.
and of course, we saw a whole production line of Lamborghini Huracan in Audi's factory. then, then I was like, oh, so that's why Lamborghini never did any factory tour for the Huracan, right? Because they have to go into Audi's factory.
Audi. Uh,
Okay. Hey, what happened, Thomas?
Dude Where's My Car? I'm trying to
we
adjust
have
my
4
camera.
rounds today in Dude Where's
nice.
My Car special.
Special 我 special 什么啊几样
So
Okay,
last week
let's
got
go.
5 is normal, but today got 4 is special.
Okay.
No, how
So what
many
are the
rounds
hours
we
one?
have, right? Depends on when did Chi Yang give up. I busy. 4 rounds only.
Let's go.
So
Round one.
so
Hey,
Wow.
Wait,
Hey,
yeah,
don't
six. W211.
Stupid number. The number. Look at the number dialing. 日本車啊
Oh,
W211.
V8
Oh,
compressor. ah.
Compressor.
Ooh.
Oh, E55 is it?
E55 in.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
What's
So
next?
what?
What's next?
Next one is E60 M5. You know,
Audi.
RS6.
RS6. Yo.
The first gen,
Oh.
right?
Oh, yo.
Oh.
Audi lah, no fight lah, Audi lah.
yeah.
The looks part, the Audi slaughter it
Yeah,
already. lah.
bro. Audi,
Yeah.
Audi. Done. I'm
Especially
done.
especially
Audi.
in Malaysia, W211, the estate looks like you know what lah.
Curse.
In Malaysia, so
Audi.
Audi man.
I will go for the E55 because AMG makes crazy engines.
Mm.
But
And
it
the
was
sound.
the RS6
That is
V10.
the
I'll go
compressor.
RS6.
It's the compressor engine. It's compressor.
Yeah.
So you hear the.
You
This
reckon
RS6
it's better? Con,
Sorry?
the engine. Con, you prefer the Merc over the Audi?
Yeah. If it was the RS6 V10, then I would have gone with the V10.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tana. Audi, right?
Yeah, I'm Audi guy lah.
Oh. Okay.
I know.
Let's look at the
thinking
chat.
about
Guys,
that
let us know your choice. Daniel
Yeah,
is
man.
E for the E55.
Yep.
Theopilas is RS6.
Oh,
Jackson E55. E55. Davis
the
V8
Audi.
all the way, baby. Audi. Right? There you go. Right? Paulos Romanov RS6. Don't like the W122 211 front. All right. Hey, Bobby.
Huh?
Audi.
I mean, for me, it's definitely the RS6, but this generation RS6 is very well known for being the least reliable. It's gonna break down like never before.
Yeah.
This is the 4.2 V8, is it?
4.2 V8. The engine is not reliable. The gearbox is not reliable. The suspension is not reliable. The air suspension goes. Everything goes in this car. Everything.
How do you
But
make it
everything is doable in modern
Everything is
technology.
doable. And then do it again.
No, like, you can always make it better. No, this guy can make it better lah. So give it some faith.
Olympic car, they call it. Yeah.
Someone was telling me there's a Rolls, they're selling a Rolls Royce for 40K. So it's like, put a V8 engine inside. So yeah,
Put a
everything is
Chrysler,
doable.
put the Hemi engine inside, bro. Just put the Hemi engine, Kau team.
And you have made a story.
Okay, let's go. Next one. Now, most people choose RS 6, but Con chose the Mercedes.
The
Round 2, apa
Mercedes.
kita ada?
Round 2. Ooh.
Ui, apa ini?
World
I cannot
Super
recognize this engine. It's a Ferrari. Oh no,
Yes.
it's a
Oh.
Corvette
Very
C8.
weird.
Oh, it's a Corvette.
I don't like how it looks.
Oh,
I don't like how it looks.
This
I feel-
the mid-engine.
American from Detroit.
This,
Was it from
yeah,
Detroit?
this is the
Are they from
C8.
Detroit or what?
This is the C8 version. I like the C7.
Mm.
The one that I
Let's go,
wanted
let's
to
go.
buy
What's
is C7. Wow!
Porsche GT3 RS.
No, this is GT4 RS.
Oh, GT4. Oh, RS.
Wow. Yeah, very
Ah.
smart, Very
Oh.
smart. One is a proper supercar. The Z06 slaughters the F8 blah blah all that,
Yeah.
It slaughters
Ah.
all of them. Yeah.
Mm.
oh, it's a
Yeah.
Corvette
Wow.
for me, man.
I'm going with the Corvette.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
mean, it's so much cooler to say I drive a Corvette.
with- exactly.
You
A
just
vet.
emphasize.
No, you say I
vet.
drive a vet. I drive a vet.
I don't know, man. Chiang, if you put the previous version, I don't know how it
Yeah.
would be.
I like this version of the 06 because of the whole mid-engine and how they've and the way the specs, the way they talk about it and they check out the cars. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's crazy, like what it does.
But you know what they
They
say?
are-
It'll
drive
run
a vet in
rings
USA
around
are
the
old retired men with young wives or midlife crisis men.
Oh,
This
the
is
previous
so-
one. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this one for me, then this is like 100, 2000%. This is such a
Mm.
looker, man. The C7. Damn,
just
look at it.
now, I was at KL Auto and Desmond was telling me about your last encounter with the Corvette.
Yeah, man.
Ah.
It's been a long while since I got gobsmacked by a car, And
Oh
I
yes. I still remember the way you
Totally.
talk about that car.
gobsmacked by this car, man. The
Yeah.
way it drives, the way it sounds, the character that it has, right? A lot of cars we drive, right? Then we forgot about it,
Mm.
right? I'll give it
Yeah.
I mean, this is a bit controversial, the Cayman GT4,
Yes.
forgettable for me.
Yeah. I get what you mean. I totally get what
It
you mean.
was forgettable.
The night
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
night one, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree. I
It was
agree.
forgettable for me.
I agree.
This one I will remember for life with how this car drives, how it sounds, how the little trembles that comes in. Oh, I tell you, I will never forget about this car. It's such a memorable car.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I
Then-
never
then
drive.
that-
I've never
then
driven,
left
but
and
I can
Mm.
feel the I can feel how exciting it is through the sound of your voice.
Like FD2R, unforgettable.
Oh
Right.
yes, agreed.
FK8R, forgettable. Right?
Oh.
Megane RS, unforgettable. Right?
Mm.
So that's what I mean. Certain cars are just
Yeah.
forgettable. You drive very fast, very king, and then you sort of can't conjure up
Yeah.
the feelings you have when you drive the car.
Oh, it's the
I
they
see-
say
I
that,
see- I see what you mean, Bobby.
Sorry.
Uh,
Wait.
Alexis 997 GT3, unforgettable also. It's also
yes.
unforgettable. That one. Yeah. Phew.
You know what's funny for me? Which car for me is unforgettable?
Yeah.
The Yaris GR was for me unforgettable.
Oh yes.
I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I've driven all these cars. I
Forgettable.
mean, the 911 GT3, all these cars, and then the Yaris are like, wow, this car shouldn't be there. It's like it's
Mm.
crazy, crazy. That's one car.
Oh yeah, the Yaris certainly is.
Mm.
And I don't have the balls to drive Thomas's Spider until it's unforgettable. I just don't dare. If it is a media car, right? Rest assured.
Mm.
Can you? Can I just
What happened?
play something for you guys? I don't know whether the
Yeah.
speaker can pick it up. Check it
Come,
out.
come. Let's. Is it you chasing Ivan Kong?
Can you hear it?
Please show it. The one you chase, Ivan Kong one.
No. Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah. Let me. Oh man, I'm trying to. Okay. Never mind. You guys go ahead and debate about
Give the link
the.
to Chiang.
No, because I want to play a something for you guys for you to hear. Right.
Sound of engine.
Okay.
I look forward.
Yeah. It's a Z6, right? Yeah, there you go.
What engine sound is it?
Yeah. Anyways, what would you pick? Let's just pick first. I'm getting it ready.
Corvette for me.
Corvette for you? Why Thana?
I mean, I like cars that push the envelope and they try to be different and unique. I think the 06 is the first car they made mid-engine. They push the boundaries. What they've done to the car, how it handles, it's really cutting edge, you know. And it'll give me a whole different experience than any other car out there. The 718 Cayman, yes, track car, all that good. For me, I'm not a Cayman guy. If I Cayman against Boxster, it's Boxster any day for me, lah. So yeah, I know it's not compatible. I know it's wrong to compare that way, but I would never buy a Cayman personally. So so I'm stuck with that problem, you know. So and Corvette, look at that, so cool, man. It's a supercar, lah. Look at that.
Yeah. And check
You know,
this out.
like people say, Porsche it's not a supercar. Yes, Porsche is a sports car. That's about it. But the Corvette looks like a supercar, although it's not, but it looks like a supercar. So
Yeah.
Corvette, hands down, bro, hands down.
Con also,
Sign me
right?
up.
Con also, right? Con busy. Never
Oh
mind.
yes, Corvette for sure.
Corvette.
Yeah.
Okay, check this out.
Okay.
What car?
See?
What happened? Why did you stop?
Hey, what
Why did you
car?
stop?
The Corvette.
Yes,
Really,
it's the
ah?
Corvette. It's the Corvette.
Wait, why it sounds like NA one?
All the turbo and all that.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you can go to Chevrolet.com and look for the Corvette Z4. They'll play you the sounds. I mean,
Oh.
imagine how is it in real life.
No.
Sign me up. I'm a Corvette. I want.
This
Corvette.
sounds like flat plane V8. Eh?
Yeah. And Bobby, tell me one thing though. You've driven the Chevy. Does it corner like what people say American cars can't corner?
No, it corners
No.
amazingly. It is so good. And the time when I drove this, I just recently, within that
Steering
few months of
feedback.
time, I drove the AMG GT. And this is so much better. The sound
Steering
is so
feedback,
much more.
the steering input, all those good.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
Nice. Americans
It's
get a
Surprised.
good
Me and
car, yeah.
Desmond, we were both surprised.
The
Yeah.
Corvette suspension design is actually very, very. I think even an expert from Lotus say right, it is a very well designed suspension setup.
Yeah, magnetohorological suspension, something like that.
Well, look at the C's. I saw the one in like maroon color, and I was like, whoa, it's looking really nice actually. Yeah.
Which one you think is prettier, the previous C7 or C8?
I like this one. I like the Z06. Yeah. The C
Well,
one
C8 lah.
has a more you can see it's more long lasting the design. The Z06 has an Avantado kind of look a bit of Avantado.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah, which
super
I
car
don't-
engine
Yeah.
profile.
They're not compatible. One's like a muscle car, one's like a super car. So
I mean the C looks more like tells you more about American American performance than the Z lah. Yeah.
This one is
Yeah.
more Italian, right?
Yeah. But the trouble about this choice is that the Cayman is the 718 Cayman GT4 RS, and it's like the you park next to a 718. It's like, oh, you're the
Yeah.
in the.
Okay.
I know it's a different car altogether, but it's just like, oh, this
Yeah.
one,
Body kit, nice, huh? Nice
and then
body kit, huh?
you pull a Chevy,
Oh, nice
pull
body
a
kit.
back-
They say, where you buy, Sunway or Subang, you buy
Yeah.
body kit.
but
Oh, nice
when you
rim,
bring
huh?
a Corvette, right, and then you just show up in a Vet, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Corvette, totally different, bro. Totally different.
And the way the car sounds, man, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. It
Your
sounds good.
the aura that you're arriving totally different way.
Yeah. I think for new experiences, this sadly we can't have Corvettes in Malaysia. So yeah. Chiang asshole. Okay, let's move on. I think a lot of the audience choose quite a quite a lot. Quite a lot of people choose Corvette also. Oh.
Mm.
Corvette is listening in from US.
Yeah.
Corvette has its charms. The Corvette has its
Wow,
charm.
Jensen also Corvette. Wow. Haven't seen Jensen for a while. Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Round
Hey,
three.
you read this. The Z06 V8 almost sound perfect than Ferrari V8.
I don't know about that lah.
But it sounds good. It
Sounds good lah, but
The previous one
Okay.
doesn't sound like that one. The C7 Z06 doesn't sound like that. It sounds like a more garang version of AMG V8. It's even
Wow.
more garang. Yeah.
All right, let's go. What's it? Round 3.
Okay. What the
Apa
fuck?
ni? Ayo.
Yeah.
Fiat 500.
Chiang. What is this, Chiang?
Fiat Multipla.
What is this? What?
You guys thought the multipla was bad, huh?
It's like the front is the back is the front. Oh, okay. This du CV. In the French, they say du CV. What the heck is that? Look at that multipla. It's like the car is confused, bro. Look at
Okay, I have a confession to make. It was just one day I saw this car on Wikipedia and sent it to Chiang.
Oh my god, look at that. The car is confused, bro. The back is the front is the back.
there's one 2CV you always see on the federal highway driving, a beige color, a European guy. It looks nice lah, you know.
I actually got the good fortune to drive a 2CV as well
Mm.
before. Yeah, and seriously, the suspension, right, is very sophisticated for its time. Really, I go up and down
They
the
still
bump.
remove the tire and it'll still go on 3 tires and
I don't know. I mean, while climbing up onto, I actually purposely climbed the curb. I climbed the curbs. I went down and stuff, and it feel like, I hit the curb. Oh, okay. The only thing is the bloody chassis feels like the body and the chassis is like going to separate anytime. Like that.
Don't get
You take a corner that.
is it the one that they said you can take out one wheel and you can remove it and you can still go on 3 wheels?
I'm not sure about that though. But you know how the gearbox works now? Gearbox is like this. It's like 1, then it's like 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the it's like a
Oh,
it's like a shaft. You pull it out. It's like 1, then you put 2, then 3, 4, 5. Like so, it's like this.
wow.
It's kind of weird. Yeah. Okay. I for me, I don't like multipla, and the Fiat 600 multipla doesn't even look anywhere remotely nice. So it just, I think they really carry forward the beauty of multipla into the modern multipla. So yeah, Citroen do CV for me. Yeah, Fiat as a butt pretending to be a face.
Oh, that's the DS, he said. Okay, that's the DS, the one with the
You know what? The Fiat 600 multipla is a road hazard because when people see the car, they will think the car is driving the wrong direction. Okay, so it's a road hazard. It shouldn't exist. Okay, look at the car. If the car is coming to you like that way, right? You will think that the car is going on reverse, but the car is not. The car is going straight. Okay, it's a hazard. It shouldn't exist on the road. You should just burn that damn thing down. Okay?
I think Thomas just gets triggered by any cars called multipla.
Yeah, the name itself.
It's ugly. Look at that. Forget the word multipla. Look at that. What the heck? This
The
family needs
2CV
to,
lah.
this
The 2CV
family
has
needs
yeah.
to be taken to a concentration camp, and they need to be re-educated, and then put them out so they stop buying multipla.
Mm.
Okay.
2CV has military. I think they use them. I think that I'm seeing the old pictures when they use for military purposes and stuff. You know. So,
Two cylinder
so
engine.
yeah. So
It's literally two horsepower.
really,
Yeah, there's two.
not two.
Yeah, it's called do CV. Do CV is 2
Oh,
horsepower.
2 horse. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a meaning.
But the later iterations had a 19 horsepower, something like that. Yeah. It's built as a farmer's car, you know. It was actually built to help farmers. That's what the 2CV existed for.
Oh,
It's also the first mass production front-wheel drive car.
Hey, isn't that the
my
Traction
God.
R1, the first front-wheel drive car?
Don't know, but yeah, the suspension is really remarkable. That pneumonic hydraulic suspension, whatever you call it. Yeah, yeah, but really good. It's really good. Seriously, yeah. And I believe, I think you watched Grand Tour or something like that. They say that they sold the patent to Rolls Royce for that magic carpet ride. Yep. The multiplier drive better backwards, got ball protection. No. Ay. Okay. So Tana, which one do you choose?
yeah. 2CV lah.
2CV. Okay.
Yeah.
Con?
Although I want to buy a multiplier and put in your hands, it's one of my lifelong ambitions. But in this
I'll
case, the
take the
2CV.
multiplier. I drive to Jinsui. I'll give you a prayer, then I throw it down the cliff.
Let's do, bro. Serious, huh?
Roll the multiplier down the cliff. Whoa, zzz.
Let's drift it. Let's drift it down the thing lah. All the way down.
Handbrake turn. Okay, con.
Ah, Brandon also choose the multiplier. Eh.
Forget about it, bro.
I
Anyways,
okay lah, because these are such oddball choices, right? I will go oddball all the way with the multiplier.
what the heck, man?
At least it's rear-wheel drive.
Ah,
Rear engine. How is that? Rear
Mid-engine
engine.
rear-wheel drive, bro.
it's like
Bobby,
a
Bobby.
911.
It's essentially a Porsche.
It's a Porsche. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a road hazard. That's what it is. All right, Bobby, what did you choose?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the 2CV because it plays a significant role in the history of automotive industry. To be known as one of the crappiest, car that just to allow you to run post World War II for
Hey, but
poor
the
people.
suspension is damn good, bro. Damn good, bro. Seriously. Yeah.
Cute.
I feel like punching this car. Look at that. Punching this guy.
No, already kena punch.
That's right.
Okay. I choose the 2CV. Brilliant car. And I don't like multipla.
Bro,
Two horsepower.
you know, I was just looking up when was the last 2CV made? When was the last one made lah?
1980, right? 90.
1990 lah, bro. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Kwan, for you, I mean, for me, 990 is something I can remember. I remember 990 around, Imagine 90, they had 2CVs. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
It's probably in some third world country lah still, but wow.
No, bro, but it's a
in
farmer's
Portugal.
car,
They were making it in Portugal from 88 to 90 way.
Yeah.
No, when I drive this car, right? When you take corner, not even fast, you just turning corner, right? Just like at the roundabout, right? You feel like the tires and the suspension is gonna detach from the body. It's like it's gonna. Anyways, I've driven Alex's friend's wife, Sonia. She is her personal car. She's restoring
Wow.
that car herself. And,
Nice.
what a great specimen of a 2CV. Yeah. I was very blessed that she let me drive the car. She insisted that I drove the car. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
nice. Anyways, let's move on. Round 4.
Oh, nice.
Don't
Come,
tell
let's
us
have it.
again, Chi Yang. Let's see.
Whoa!
Oh, what is this? Oh,
Detail.
look at the front tire versus the rear, man.
It's just like a rotiform cover, I think.
Wow, Speedtail versus which one? No?
Yeah,
Yeah,
lor. AMG 1.
Ui.
Ha! No
Oh.
challenge lah.
A whole. Oh.
No challenge lah. No challenge.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with my-
Kodalunga.
Pagani
Wait, why no
Huayra.
Koenigsegg?
Yeah, lor.
Yeah, lor. But then the Speedtail, you sit in the middle, you can fetch two chicks. Oh.
Yeah, wo.
Yeah, lor.
Oh, so only
Yeah.
so only Thomas can relate lah. So we can't pick the car because the two chicks the car, right?
Why?
Thomas?
What do you
Can
think?
I
We are
say I will
married
leave
men.
my two daughters?
Who say married man cannot
Daughters.
do? Who say married man cannot do? Tana.
We are good married men. No worry.
Yeah, ma. So I fetch my two kids, lor.
Kids law.
Some
Kids law.
people, yesterday I was at a wedding, and then one guy said, "Oh, I'm MBA. What is that? Married but available."
What the hell?
See, you should take
Yeah.
what personality says. Fatima can fetch
What
five
if
chicks.
lah can fetch 5 chicks? The car cannot move, not enough horsepower.
uh, the Pagani Huayra Kodalunga. Quite ugly, the rear.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's unique, bro. You look at the rear; it's quite unique. Look at the three tail lamps, the three lights. They have such a modern exterior, but the rear has like
Yeah.
a bit of like a. And you see the line from the bottom to the top, from the bottom like diagonally going up.
Yeah.
I don't like the lines at all. Actually, I think
Really?
I think the mirrors are upside down.
Do you all know why Pagani's interior are so nice?
Why?
Because you don't need to spend time on engine and gearbox. He just picks up the phone and order it.
Hey,
Engine
Mercedes,
satu biji. Engine satu biji mari.
Yeah, everything seems aftermarket. Look at the rims on the Pagani, aftermarket. Even the side mirror, like really, like this is a fast car, and you're making this like like driving 200 miles per hour, and you got that side mirror. You know,
One is like classic art, trying to make it look cool. The other one is
Yeah.
like just straight up modern. Like, you know what? Screw the rules. Middle seat, front rims different than the rear. I don't give a damn what they'll say. I just like super. McLaren's big deal lah. Look at that. It's big deal for me.
Speedtail. Oh. Yeah, for you important because one girlfriend, one housemate.
unless they're the same person. So don't know. So
No lah, one mother and one mother-in-law.
oh,
I see you like to live dangerously.
Very stressful, bro. Is it the middle? Is it the middle? Very stressful, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, say Thomas.
yeah. See, Brian says Pagani looks like a kit car someone built in a garage.
Come on.
No lah. I want to see the guy who can build that in his house. But yeah.
Yeah, man. The Pagani is okay. Just think about this. Thomas, what do you drive? McLaren. Wow. Thomas, what do you drive? Pagani.
Whoa. We don't drive these cars lah usually. Yeah. We don't normally drive them lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, if a car is parked in your multi-million-dollar house and you got a nice window to look at the car, which car would look good in your window to look at?
The Pagani.
I get Pagani has that, like trying to bring some classic feel to it, that three tail lamps and stuff and the lines I can but No lah, like half lah. McLaren is like I commit all the way to this crazy, stupid, crazy design. You know, McLaren.
Very
Or
true.
McLaren.
Very true.
McLaren is always, committed, purpose built for speed.
Mm.
Yeah, for me, speed tail lah. I would like to look at it. Like, cause I look at the car, it's like nothing in the world looks like that. Like
Yang
not
show
even
interior. Yang.
not
The
remotely
McLaren.
close. Not even. It's like Tana. The answer question is that McLaren, because nothing in the world looks remotely close to that speed tail. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
True. True.
true. I agree.
3-seater. Wow, the first picture. That one most epic one. The McLaren.
Only white.
Jiang. Wow, full lao.
Oh.
Wow,
But
how
that's
the hell their leg can touch the footwell sitting on the side?
You don't.
They
You
don't.
Yeah, but why is there this thing there? This
No, I
Maybe-
think if you look back, Chiang, you turn back just now that picture. You see the middle one is actually deeper inside than the other two.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I
So you
see.
don't need
Yes.
airbags on the side.
So it is actually a footrest lah.
Yeah, for the other two.
Oh my God.
passenger.
That means you are sitting inside the I don't know how lah.
See, the widest point is our hip point, ma. So they just put the driver further up front so that you have enough room. So your hip point as a driver is at where the knees of the other passengers are. So it's not as wide, so they can squeeze in.
Hmm.
So the two chicks got Thomas to get their hands over to you a bit difficult to come around. So
Put hands over to you.
You as a driver, you can put your hands.
you
On-
can
on-
put hand to them lah.
You can
but
move
we
your
have
hands
hard.
to the side.
But hard lah behind ma difficult.
I don't get it. What is it? Put hands on the
You're
side.
a young man.
What do you mean two hands on the side?
Your youth is wasted lah, Thomas.
See my hand.
I don't get. I don't understand. What are you talking about?
You don't
Oh, Tana. Oh, pedal shifter. Is it?
Okay, Thomas. If you don't understand Thomas, your youth is wasted, Thomas.
Thomas is a good man.
It's
Oh my
like
God.
autonomous driving.
I just got it.
Oh, finally! Oh my God.
Pedal shifter.
But hey, the hand action is the same too, right?
Guys, you shouldn't be thinking things like this. It's dangerous to do that in the car when you're driving. Okay, it's dangerous. Okay.
See, suddenly
I'm very
Thomas blurred. See, camera, look at the camera.
Suddenly
Thomas,
your Thomas face is pixelated already, Thomas.
censored.
Like JAV
Camera.
like that.
I'm just saying you shouldn't be doing things like this in the car. It's very dangerous. Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, you should be
Okay.
driving. Okay, not playing pedal shifters. You know.
Thomas is too pure. That's what Brian says. Thomas is too
He's a
pure.
good man.
Okay. Okay.
Both chicks can drive too with an additional gear stick.
What
Hey,
the heck?
put a
Come on, it's
extra
a
gear
car
stick can
show,
drive.
guys. Okay.
And on that bombshell.
So yeah, speed tail looks like it.
Yeah.
Speedtail. I think all of us speedtail, right? Thomas
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
speedtail.
Yeah, I'll go with speedtail also after considering the ability to.
Yeah, it's very quite convenient.
And because you sit more up front, right? So
Yeah.
your passenger when the head comes down, it's more natural than directly side by
Oh, yeah. But make sure you get a left-handed and right-handed one, lah. So you make sure the correct position.
I'm
Then
dying
it's fine.
here.
I feel a bit humiliated, ashamed to be on this live show today.
I'm saying about driving because it's center left hand right, the gear sticks all in the center, so it doesn't matter,
Okay.
Okay, Thomas.
Okay.
Okay.
Who would you take this car with if you drive it to Mei Hong Son? Who are the two passengers?
Thomas, advise us.
I'm asking you, who would you take?
Oh, I can't. I got 3 kids and 1 wife.
So which kid and wife would you put in there?
I only got 1 wife, bro.
No, I mean, would you take your 2 kids, or take your wife and kid, or take which kid?
Oh, Oh, no kids, only wife.
Only wife. Then your car
Hmm.
not balanced, of course, only one side.
Pick up tie transmitter along the way.
Just along the way. Okay, lah. Anyways, your wife and mother-in-law will follow.
Mm.
Okay, was fun.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Chiang.
much, Chiang.
Thank you,
This
guys.
is the last
Please
one
don't put
or
any more
last one? Right?
multiply in
Yeah, I
our
think Bobby
do
should
with my
go
car,
and get
please.
some rest.
No more
Right.
multiply, please.
Any multipler, please contact us on Evo Club. We want to test out your multipler. We need to put Thomas in one.
I'll bring the garage. I'll bring a gasoline tank and a set of matches.
Can. We got Evo Club insurance. Okay.
All right,
Everyone,
guys,
bro.
if you haven't signed up for Evo Enduro, do so. As I said earlier in the show, you don't have to do the full trip. You can do 5 days up to Hat Yai, Hua Hin. It's still really an event, and how many people can really say I drove to Thailand and back in my sports car or my car, or
Yeah.
it's and you travel to Japan, it's what you spend like 1 day traveling and recovering from travel. Hey, 6 days, 7 days is not that long on this trip.
Yeah, we totally welcome those who can only just flag off together with us and drive up to Hat Yai and put up a night there and decided to return the next day. Totally welcome. Please come.
Mm.
Or if you want to go until Hua Hin, up to you. All right, that's like 1/3 of the journey only. All right, so come and join us. It will be fun. It's awesome, especially if you haven't did it before. TJ was telling me, right? Thai tourism told them after Enduro 2017, right? There was a spike of I think it's the thing that we won for 3 rounds. We brought like 100 over people, 100 over people, 100 over people to Thailand. After that, they learn the process. They are more confident. They form their own groups. They did their own drives up. And that's what we want to encourage people to do. Go to places that you are not familiar with, and then you get amazing experiences out of it. All right.
And once you join, you'll be included into the WhatsApp group, and small subgroups will be formed. And people who are going the short distance, long distance, whatever. So don't worry that you have groups that, like, even myself, I won't be going for the long distance because my kids are coming. So yeah, you can follow me. You can follow Con, Bobby, Thomas. They all are going, and yeah, don't worry about it.
And now we have a dilemma. Volvo just sent in the invites for the official media launch of the C40 EV, and it's on the 14th. Jialat.
14th.
None of us from Horizon is in town. None of us. So have to
Ask them to send the car, ship it to Thailand. We'll drive it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm totally knackered. I'm super duper tired.
Me too.
And thanks for being here with us. And please subscribe to Thana's channel, Thomas's channel, and Con's channel if you like what we're doing. All right, please. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. All right. Good night.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
I love you all.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.